out, and you're going to plead responsible to one new one. That's a pretty good deal. All right, you're going to plead to double parking, and you've agreed to pay fines at cost of $250. Can you do it today? Wonderful answer. All right, then all those go away. Heather, let's do it on the A ticket.
Thank
All right, go down and get in line. Cashier will take your money with a smile and get you on your way. Well, enjoy your day. Oh, shit. Wrong stamp. Thank you. Do you need me to mark all these with dismiss? Okay, well, that's, hey, if it makes you happy. These guys will just have to wait.
And that's fine because I'm fetching up.
They just have to wait because it makes you happy. They probably don't mind. They probably have women in their lives, so they're probably used to it.
Yeah, it's not.
Is it white? Come on up. Good morning. Are you going forward today without benefit of a court-appointed attorney?
Yes.
Excuse me. Thank you. All right, so you've got a plea agreement here. Let's see what we got. Oh, you want to adjourn this?
Yes.
Okay. Working on getting your license straight. What do you got to do?
Go up against the Secretary of State Board.
Ooh, you got anything scheduled?
Yeah, I was kind of seeing how what was going to happen.
All right, the problem is, I'm gonna give you a month, right? Well, a little bit, about a month. I'll give you till March. The problem is this might be a month-long process, and I'm not likely to want to kick this can down the road that far. So find out what you can, come back and see if you can come up with a plan. All right? So Heather, we're just gonna adjourn these till that March date.
Do you want March 26th then to give?
Give them extra time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So here's what I tell everybody that's in your position. Hire an attorney if there's any way you can possibly do it. So many people, they set up the hearing, they go to the hearing, and they end up just wasting their time. If you hire an attorney that specializes in license restorations, number one, they'll make sure you don't even bother going to a hearing until you got all your ducks in a row. And they also know what ducks need to be in the row. All right. So yeah, I know it's a money thing, but if you're like everybody else in your situation, the main reason you got to get your license is because you need to get to work or you need to get to a better job, right? So in the long run, I think you're money ahead if you can come up with the money. I mean, even if you got to borrow it from grandma or something. What I would suggest you do in the next couple of days is start making some contact. Where do you live? I didn't look at your address. Livonia. All right. There's a lot of attorneys that do a lot of driver's license appeal division stuff here. So what I would do is I would just randomly call some attorneys that are close and convenient for you to go to and say, look, I'm looking for a driving restoration expert. Who do you recommend? Because, you know, the guy that just does, you know, criminal stuff, but doesn't do DLAD stuff, he's not your guy, right? You want to find the attorney that does driver's license restoration. All right. And then just sit down with them for a consultation. They'll tell you what they'll look at your situation. They'll tell you what you're looking at timing wise, what ducks you might have to get in a row before you bother going in for a hearing. You'll have a better game plan. Even if you decide you can't afford them, you'll have a better game plan when you come back and talk to them. All right. Good luck. All right. Is it Ferrillo? Come on up, sir. F. You're going forward today without an attorney and you're doing a double parking. All right, so we're going to dismiss 3 charges from January 17th, and you're going to pay $300 for double parking, right? Can you do it today? Pick a due date. Look at the calendar. I'm pointing at the calendar. I'm sorry. I didn't expect you to read this. Yeah.
What about by February 28th? Is that fair?
20th, if that gives you enough time.
I said 28th.
28th? Well, no, because that's a Saturday. Can you do it by Friday, the 27th? All right. So I'm just going to give you until the 27th. We're not going to do any paperwork until you come in with your money. Then we'll dismiss the actions. Because if you don't pay your money, then all these charges are back on the table. Make sense? Questions? You're good to go.
I do. That's what it says off.
Hold on just a minute. I gotta answer her question because if she ain't happy, man. We'll do it on C. Go ahead.
I've seen it before. You recommended me go to Michigan Youth Challenge Academy. I'm glad you did that.
That was a while ago. Yeah, tell me. Were you on my docket?
Yes, sir. I'm seeing.
Yep. Tell me. So how long has it been since you did the challenge? And how did it change your life?
More discipline.
Man, that's huge, isn't it? That's huge though. So what do you do now?
I work at a shop, mechanic, good shop manager.
Where at?
Um,
Good. How long you been there?
2 years.
Good. Yeah. So did you get your diploma from them?
Yes.
Yeah. So how old were you when you went?
17, 6, 7.
Okay. All right. So 5 months, done with high school, moving on. Yeah. Good for you. And thanks for sharing that. You know, because as you can imagine, I'm still trying to talk kids into going, because I still think it's a great opportunity. Yeah. Where are you living?
Sumter.
Sumter. You mind if we reach out to you, maybe if we think you can be a salesman for us to convince a kid to go? So no pressure, no pressure. Because sometimes I'd like to just be able to say, hey, I can let you talk to a guy that's, what are you now?
What's that?
6 years. You're 6 years out of the challenge. All right.
Not a good talker. I could try.
No, but if all you do is say it changed my life and this is how, because it gave me discipline, and without that, I don't know where I'd be. Or you might have a good idea. Without that, here's where I think I'd be. Right. Would you just get name and phone number?
That I have his number.
Yeah.
7527055.
Yeah.
So Scott would be the one reaching out.
Yep. And make a note so we share it with Scott that Scott's our new Christine.
Oh.
He just started what? September?
No, didn't he start January? Or
Yeah, January. That's right. Yeah. We hired him. Yeah, and just let Scott know that this guy went through in 19.
Yep.
Yeah. And he might never call you. I just like to have tools in the box. Okay. All right. Great. So downstairs, no, actually, you don't have to do anything downstairs. Just come back between now and the end of the month with the $300
Just downstairs.
to pay. Just come back. They'll put your name in the computer and you're good to go. All right. What did I say? I'm going to do that on the C ticket, Heather?
Yep.
All right. You're good to go. Have a great day. And once again, thanks for sharing that.
And how long does he have to pay? So I put it in
Till the 28th. This month.
February.
Yep. Hey, when things slow down, I got a couple rubber stamps that need some ink.
Okay, no problem.
I can get through today with it.
Our expertise in that's Chip.
Oh, is it?
He loves that.
He was standing right here when I told Heather I was gonna have you, you do it. You guys have just been taking it to Tim. Didn't see that? He's getting all the credit for being our rubber stamp guy, him and Crowell, and they just take it to Tim.
I don't know if does, but I take mine to Tim because he loves to put the ink in.
So he
And Tim stood right here and heard me say, didn't even say anything. He let you steal his thunder.
Judge.
Judge, don't give me credit yet. He probably didn't hear you.
If you're not talking to him, he
Yeah.
needs to listen.
You get a lot of feedback in those machines.
Yeah.
I mean, garage doors.
Is it me, Hall? Come on up. How do you say it? Mahal? Good morning. Are you going forward today without benefit of an attorney? All right. I've got a piece of paper here that says you made a deal with the prosecutor.
Yes, sir.
Says you're going to plead responsible to impeding traffic, and we're going to dismiss the misdemeanor that was issued January 20th. Is that right? All right. I'll accept your plea on the civil infraction. That's $180. Can you pay it today? When? calendar over there if that helps. Next Friday, you sure? The 20th? Okay, you're all set. Just come back between now and the 20th with your money.
I have to pay with a person.
No, you can do it online if you want to. There's going to be a little fee because it's a credit card, debit card that has to be processed.
So I think I only have like a mobile. You have to pay.
I think we can do that, can't we?
What?
Tap to pay.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yep, go downstairs at the front counter. They'll walk you through that process.
Is it possible that I still pay it in the 20th? I can still do that?
Yeah, I'll give you till then.
How much extra do
I don't, it's like a 5% fee or something. Do you know? It's,
The processing fee, we won't know what.
we don't process our own electronic payments. If you do it online, it's a third-party vendor. But if you stop downstairs and ask the cashier, I got to pay $180. I'm going to do it online. What's it going to cost me? She'll have a better idea.
Is that?
I can waive all fees. Hold on. I can waive fees, but this came as an agreement. Okay, so trust me, if it costs you $180 to make a misdemeanor go away, pay the $180.
Wasn't that, can you explain to me like the, like misdemeanor and like the level of the seriousness of the high?
Yeah, well, the difference is misdemeanors are crimes. Civil infractions are just tickets, right? So civil infractions are a matter of money. The misdemeanor actually carries a possible jail sentence. Not that we're going to put you in jail on this, but the main difference is that, you know, when you're filling out a job application and somebody says, do you have any criminal conviction? That's a criminal conviction. If you plead guilty or are found guilty of a misdemeanor, that's a criminal conviction. Most people don't want that if they're going to go out. Okay, even if you're not likely to go to jail, it's still a misdemeanor criminal conviction.
I forgot my license that day. Now, if I hadn't missed this court date, I would have had a criminal.
No, you'd have a bench warrant for your arrest. If you miss a court date on a civil infraction, then we put that on your record as a judgment gets entered, because that's different. That's a civil infraction. Misdemeanor, if you don't show up for a mandatory court appearance, then we issue a bench warrant for your arrest.
I would stay on my record.
Now, the bench warrant gets cleared. When you come to court, the bench warrant's cleared, but you still got to deal with the misdemeanor. You're welcome. All right, go on downstairs and find out what that can cost you. Carlisle. Adjournment. Good morning, sir. Are you going forward without benefit of an attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And what do you need to do to get your license straight?
I just had process, I guess, and she said if I start the process, adjourn long enough to where I can start the process and see if we can attorney and get my letters. And
Okay, so she being the prosecutor, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
She's telling you as long as you can convince her you're in the process, she'll talk to you about a deal.
Yeah.
So she's not saying you got to have your license back.
No.
Okay. All right. So we can give you two different dates in March.
March 26th, 12/4/26.
Doesn't matter to me.
I'm just. You said 12 through 26?
Correct.
The 26th, please, so I'll give you a little more time.
Time?
8:30.
Is that us? All right. So that's back with me live. All right. Good luck. We'll get your paper notice before you leave.
Well, I'm sorry,
We're going to give you a paper notice.
okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
What time are you gonna do arraignments, Judge?
Oh,
Is
I don't
9:30
care.
okay?
I'm letting Leslie. Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
We could do them.
we'll stop whatever we're doing here to do them.
Well, we had that one Zoom, which I don't think we're supposed to, but I mean, it worked out, but,
Then why is she Zoom?
just in case we haven't.
Oh.
I mean, she's here in person.
I thought she was. Yeah.
It's my Zoom.
I don't have to do any of this. Okay,
It's saying that it's like hundreds of
What's going on with?
Say I don't get. So.
Yes, yes.
The next one will be Beal.
Thank you.
Beal.
Hmm.
Good morning, council. Is it Beal?
Yes, sir.
Come on up. I haven't seen you in months and today you got two files?
Just look at the draw.
And don't you feel like you hit the lotto when the notices come like that?
Well, I was here a month ago on Mr. Wallace and we just adjourned it.
Come on up, man.
We just adjourned it to today and then I have this case as well.
Okay. What date did we give you on him?
March 12th.
So that'll work. Okay. All right. So would you waive formal reading for Ms. Beal?
Yes, sir.
I'll enter a not guilty plea. All right. So just same date and time we gave him earlier, Heather.
8:30.
Yeah, that works. All right. Ms. Beal, are you working?
She's hard of hearing.
Are you working?
No, I'm not. I'm
From where? Where'd you retire?
really
From where?
the office manager, doctor's office.
Okay. And when?
When?
How long?
June 14.
Oh,
14.
long time.
40 years I've worked, so
Are you having fun? What do you,
not now.
well, not with this, but what are you doing with your retirement?
Plenty to do. I mean, my husband just passed away, so it's
I'm sorry to hear that.
so good, but I'm working on it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to put you on a personal bond.
First of all, okay, you don't put me like that. Should you just have to agree to charge the bond.
First condition, stay out of trouble. Can you do that? Second condition, show up on my court date on the 26th. Can you, or on the 12th of March? Can you do that? Third condition, do not purchase, possess, or consume any mood altering substances. That means no alcohol, no marijuana. Can you do that? Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000 if you mess up? That's your IOU. If you screw up, we're putting you in jail until you can come up with money. Any questions? Have a seat. We'll get you a paper notice.
Thank you.
Dave,
you.
Yeah, have a good day.
You too.
What's going on, Marlisa?
We're gonna do the files.
Thank you.
What do you do, go to the store?
That is not allowed.
Yeah, he was drinking it because all the people.
Okay, good.
So. When they, all these files are
Who's doing
scheduled.
that, might you see today?
A Devontae Downer.
There's all these new bodies.
I've never even. I've told them to log in for 9:30.
Okay. So that's what's up today is tether violation?
That's the only thing I have so far.
You have an arraignment to promo.
Okay. Thank you.
Heather, can you look in the system? Where is he not? Oh, hold on.
She said.
No, it's a tether violation.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an alcohol tether?
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's both. It's both.
That top page does is.
Yeah, explaining the tether violation. Yeah.
It looks like it was put on the A file, the alcohol title,
Thanks. What's the charge on that?
retail fraud.
Interesting.
It looks like he went to Sheets on Wick Road and must have did something.
Mm.
He put his hand alcohol title.
Oh, boy. But this is mental health. Yeah, larceny, trespass, resisting arrest, retail fraud. I hate this mental health shit. We just are not equipped to deal with it.
I am in the presence of greatness.
Where they at? You should say, judge wants to know where you're at.
Hopefully, let's make it retirement.
I might actually have to throw myself a retirement party, or just so these people show up.
Yeah. Or just have it in, we can just have it in the courtroom.
Have a Zoom retirement party.
Yeah,
That's genius, Heather.
they would all be happy.
We wouldn't have to feed them anything.
That's right.
Who the hell is James Vanderbeek?
He was from Dawson's Creek.
Oh.
And I think Friday Night Lights, he might have been on, or the movie Friday Night
Yeah,
Lights.
because yesterday I found out he dies, and now I'm seeing something else about him, but
Uh-huh.
he was like 48 or something, right?
I think it was colon cancer.
Yeah, it was. You were right. It said right in the email I got yesterday. I'm like, who
Yeah.
is this guy?
Yeah,
I keep
Dawson's
getting,
Creek.
and I keep getting emails about something, this Billie Eilish or Eilish or something. Who the hell is she?
I've
I'm
never
so
heard
out
any
of
of
it,
her
popular
songs.
culture. She's a singer?
Yeah, she's a singer.
I'm in my own little bubble.
Yeah, no, I don't think you're missing anything. Cause I know I'm not.
So I called my daughter and I said, I am just tired of looking at Christmas trees. So I need to get Steven over because a couple
Oh,
of the
you
trees,
still have some up?
couple of the trees are just, they're
Because
just too
Susie-
bulky to get downstairs by myself.
Yeah.
And, she can't
Right, yeah.
take one end anymore. She said, would you like not put me in the middle of this? Why don't you just call Steven? I'm like, yeah, I'll call Steven. So I said, look, I'll buy dinner tonight, tomorrow night. I'll take your kids to give you guys some time because you got 4 days off. I said, I just need you to get over there for 15 minutes. He said, well, yeah, but you don't have to do that. Just when you want me to come over? I said, well, it also gives me a chance to spend some time with the family. So
Yeah.
why don't you and your wife talk about it and see what you want to do?
See what you guys wanna have for dinner and what night.
Man, they changed my email formats again.
Yes.
Oh,
Well, I hate your
hate
calendar.
this.
That I will honestly, your calendar, I have the hardest time with now, the new one.
I apologize.
Oh, me too, it wasn't your fault.
So my sister's currently working at
Nichols?
Nichols, yeah. Yeah. And her first ex-husband brings his dog there,
Brings what?
and has since before she worked there. And it was funny this weekend, she was telling everybody she was gonna see him because she knew he was bringing a dog, and she was really looking forward to seeing him. So where did I see her? I don't remember now where we're at, but anyhow, it was Saturday. He brought the dog in Saturday. So Sunday, no, it wasn't, it doesn't matter. Anyhow, she was giving us an update on his life.
And the ex-husband's. Well, hopefully it was a good update.
Yeah, yeah. She was showing him pictures of like nephew, the one that I was talking about this morning,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, I don't believe that kid's graduated from high school already. Because obviously he knew Jordan was big. I always respected that guy because he didn't know nothing about nothing. Because they got married when he was 19, 18, I think. And he was always doing stuff on his own. It's like he wouldn't ask help. I remember he built a shed in their backyard, and my dad's a builder, right? Didn't even ask my dad anything about it. And I mean, it was a shed when he was done, and it was fully functional and it lasted, long after they moved out of the house. But it's like, oh my God, it was just so,
Haphazard and.
it was no, it
Oh.
wasn't even that. It's just like he just made so much more work by not knowing what he was doing. And I'll never forget, he shot a deer. We were up at our place up north. He shot his very first deer. And I just thought of another part of the story. So he shot this little buck. We ended up dragging quite a ways to get it to the truck. And I've never seen this since. Never seen it before, never seen it since. We got it to the truck, and there was a spot, like from its shoulder to its hip, there was a spot on its side that was completely bald. And you could look and all that deer hair all the way back where we dragged it.
Oh my
And
God.
all we could figure out is somehow, and I don't know why, because we're like 4 miles from a paved road. All we could figure out is somehow he must have got hit by a car or something, and that like caused a big bruise that caused his hair to fall. We couldn't, because you couldn't pull the hair out anywhere else on his body. Just
Wow.
all this loose hair got. So and it didn't have much horns. It's not like it was a trophy buck. It was a little bit. And my dad saw that and he says, he got Wilson. We better leave him right here. Well, what? There's something wrong with this deer. We don't want to eat this deer. His horns are all right. So anyhow, he taxidermied that deer by himself. And this is long before you could YouTube everything. I mean, we're talking about like in the late 80s, I think,
Oh my God.
right? So he couldn't YouTube it or anything else, and he taxidermied this freaking deer all by himself. And it was so funny. If you looked at it real close, it's like, oh, he didn't do a bad job on the detail work. But instead of being here, the ears were like this.
Oh.
The ears were almost touching. So it looks so funny because the ears were like way up here on the back of its head. But I'm like, hey, you tackled it by yourself, you know? God, I wish I would have thought about that before she told me she saw him, because I always said, ask him if he's still got that little spike horn book. Yeah, he was a gearhead, and he was always like tearing it. He had a Nova. And that's one of the things that caused their demise, because my sister's always been very, very fiscally responsible. And he was spending money like to soup up this Nova. It's like,
Wow.
what the hell do we need a Nova for? Not to mention, extra, souped up and special rims and tires and accessories. And
That used to be my dream car.
Nova.
Mhm.
Well, looking at the shit we're driving now, Nova was a pretty good looking car compared to some of this stuff. There wasn't much compared to the other cars of its era, though. I just talking to a car guy not too long ago. And I said, I just can't get excited about cars. I said, when I was a kid, when I was in my teens and home, even me, a non-car guy, I could see a car driving ahead of me, and I could tell you if it was a Ford or a Chevy. You could just tell the look. Now they all look like cookie cutter. They're all look the same.
They
They're
all, yeah.
they're all styleless.
Yep.
So you guys are working hard.
We were.
Working as hard as we can.
Do your arraignments if you want us to.
Did the kids show up?
Oh.
You know what? Tell her she can do this one because it's hers. And I'm sure it's mental health.
Marlisa?
Tell her thank you. She put him on double
Yes.
tether. And
That's gonna go in Judge Patton's courtroom.
I'll walk in there right now and start it out.
he tampered with his tether and he drunk.
We're gonna wait for the kids
Do
though.
you remember the guy?
Do you hear us?
It's mental health. right?
Yes, I can hear you. I will get a hold of the
Just by the
attorney
nature
and
of
try to
the
get a
charge,
hold of
I
Wayne
think.
County.
Yep, so, Judge Patton's.
Thank you.
It's supposed to be here.
Thank you.
Be here by now.
No, I
No.
thought they would leave in the building at 9.
Oh, okay.
Between 9 and 9:15, so like 9.
30 to 9:45, they said. Shit, just get me you.
So I tell you the other day, what?
About 3 times a month, I walk out of the house with the holster on my mouth. Get here. I'm
I've
like,
seen you.
seriously, do me a favor. Ask Mark if he part of it. Ask him if he's ever.
Yeah, it's because I've seen it on the counter and like he had to come back and get it. So yesterday, Lily's been working at Alice's in the morning, turning out.
How's she doing?
She's doing a little better right now, actually. She's getting injections in her eyes because she's losing her eyesight now. Just a.
What is it? Macular?
Her mom had it too. Her mom was blind by now. Thank goodness they have things to fit help though,
Yeah. Yeah, it's still saying.
but she still struggles. She keeps saying she's gonna start riding again, but it's been 7 years. She's all right. It's hard to explain to her.
Yeah.
Um,
Give you something to hope for.
I know. So Lily, calls me and she says, Mom, your horse, our big thoroughbred, he's 26. It's just going crazy, Mom. He's a nut. He's always bad for Lily. And I said, what is he doing? She goes, he's spinning, he's rearing up. I can't even grab him. Oh my, I said, FaceTime. She FaceTimes me. I see him spinning. And I go, Parker, like that. And he goes,
Where's she at?
and he like comes, puts his hat out. I go, Parker, you behave right now. He just, right, he puts his hat down.
Isn't that funny? These people always.
Yeah. I said, Lily, how was it going on? She goes, he was totally fine.
Isn't that funny?
He knows for me though. For her, he doesn't really like her.
He also knows you're not big.
But he respects.
Isn't that funny?
Anthony Roberts.
Mr. Roberts, are you going forward today without an attorney?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me grab your file. We'll see what we got. Michelle, tell her I said thank you.
Oh, I will.
Oh, I thought you left. All right, you're gonna plead responsible to double parking. You've agreed to pay fines at cost of $350, and both the charges from January 19th would be dismissed, correct? All right. Ugh, you already owe us a bunch of money. Are you working? Where do you work?
Auto Kennedy, playing Belleville.
What do they do?
Conference.
Where are they at?
Right here, Belleville on Hackney Road,
What's the name?
Auto Kennedy.
I don't think I've heard of them yet. How long you been there?
I've been there.
Good, full time, good job? Good. Are you in a position to get some kind of payment plan set up on these?
I got.
Oh, you're on one now? You current?
I just set it up, if I got that ticket.
Okay, all right.
License was suspended.
Yep.
She said, yeah, I want to pay the fine,
How much are you paying? How often?
$90 a month.
All right. All right, here's the problem. I really don't want to put this 350 in as part of that payment plan. Can you keep that rolling? The 90, you got that in your mind, you're rolling that 90. If I give you some time, can you come up with a lump sum of 350? Tell me when.
But
Yes, sir.
March 13th or March 12th.
I like Fridays.
I could do March
13th?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
This is a one-time.
Just 350 on this file, on
March 13th.
today's date, on today's deal, 350. That way you get the deal. Because if you don't pay the 350, we're gonna set a date and you're gonna come back with all of them again. All right?
You did that on the B, Judge?
Civil, yep. All right, any questions? You're good to go.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome very much. Have a nice day.
You too.
Thanks. Oh, this bake sale's for the good fellows.
I figure it was for good cause. We all say we're gonna buy it and not eat it. Hide it in our desk and eat it. Right? Voltage, and, I'm not Voltage, I'm sorry,
Josh,
Josh and,
Leslie.
Leslie are gathering certain piles of hoops, so when I come in here, it's probably gonna be a lump sum of people for both.
I'm ready.
Heather,
Yeah,
Judge, I was finally able to get a hold of both the attorney and Wayne County. I'm gonna leave the meeting now, but just in case they log in.
yep, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Who is it? Judge
Yes.
Alexander Quest is
Okay.
sentencing for today.
Really?
Yep. And
I didn't know we had any of them.
he-
Oh, this afternoon, yeah.
this afternoon, and he says that his car broke down, he can't get here, can he do it on Zoom?
Where's he from?
I'm looking him up right now.
Sure.
Where's he from? Dearborn Heights.
Yeah.
Last name is?
It's just Brent.
Great. That's all right with me, Heather.
He said to contact his attorney for his attorney to be on Zoom as well with him. Or, I mean, I guess she can come in, but he just needs to let his attorney know.
Yeah, I don't care if the attorney's on Zoom or not. All right, counsel, your appearance for Mr. Brandt.
Detox claims appearing on behalf of Mr. Brandt.
How have you been?
I'm good, Judge. I was gonna get to that after.
Oh, that's all right.
I just told Judge Martin, I don't think I've been here in 2 years.
It's been a while since I've seen you.
Like that, I know, it's like this great big courthouse and here we're gonna start being more in person everywhere.
We're starting to get the bodies too. Our case number's starting to inch back where it should be.
Got it. You've been well with us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got you. For sure.
All right, back to business. What are we doing?
Judge, I think my client, we waived the arraignment, but nonetheless, for purpose of arraignment, my client stands mute.
Thank you.
Waive the formal rating. Today, my client will be tendering a plea of guilty to driving on suspended license with the leading the property damage accident to be dismissed, as well as the no insurance to be dismissed.
Thank you. Mr. Brandt, did you discuss your rights and options with counsel? You understand all those rights and the options they give you? And do you understand the possible penalty for the charge? Understanding that, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? Pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes,
You're not doing this because he's got a tea time or something. You're doing this because this is what you want to do.
yes,
Okay. All right. November 23, 25. Did you drive a vehicle in Huron? Was your license suspended, revoked, or denied? Counsel satisfied?
Satisfied, Judge.
So am I. I'll dismiss the other charges. What's the status now?
Judge, unfortunately, Mr. Brandon got in touch with me last year. He was obviously eligible. We had some discussions. I was going to introduce him to the different people that do things. And then, Your Honor, he's in the construction trade and a worker didn't show up. He's on his way to a job. The good news is, Judge, I was able to provide the proof of insurance. And if you were to peruse the report, you can see that the accident wasn't even his fault.
Right.
And then obviously, knowing his license was suspended, had to move on.
Yeah.
So this is gonna cost him a year. He knows that. We discussed, that's the real ramifications, I think, here. It's gonna cost him a year before, he's gotta get back in and go do the things that he needs to do. Under the circumstances, Judge, I ask you to consider, since the accident wasn't his fault, I ask you to consider fines and costs and let him serve his year on probation, so to speak, waiting to go back.
Right.
I don't think there's anything, obviously, no indicia of substance abuse or anything along those lines.
All right. Okay. Mr. Brandt, anything you want me to consider? Morning, John. Anything you want me to consider before I sentence? All right. All right, fines and costs on this file, $700. I'll dismiss the companion cases as I've already said. Can you pay that today, sir?
I have 400.
I'll take it. When do you want due date for the balance?
Which you need 30 days. We have 30 days, Judge.
Sure. How about the 27th of March?
Perfect.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Go see our cashier.
Thank you. We'll do that.
Good to see you, counsel.
Very quickly.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, that's one of the things I miss, We never, you don't catch up with people on Zoom and stuff.
But I still keep.
Do me a favor. Are you in a rush to get out of here? Do me a favor. Go down at the counter, tell me you want to speak to the court administrator. If she's got a minute. Just tell her that because I want her to hear that because she passes it on to her people,
Good.
right? Yeah, absolutely. Because we all get the complaints, right? We all get the complaints.
Yeah, you got it.
And I appreciate when I hear that from attorneys, but I want them to hear it from the attorneys.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Kenneth, is it Schomer? Am I saying it right? Good morning, counsel.
I can't read her handwriting. That's how it. What about probation? I think. Is that probation?
Can you figure out what that says? Had what?
I think it's probation.
I'm here on.
Good guess.
She heard me say that.
I did.
She.
Kind of made sure that that's what it was.
Counsel, what are we doing? We're gonna adjourn everything except that case?
Yes, Your Honor. Well, yeah, an adjournment on the IBAC case.
Is that the one? What case is the warrant on? What's the charge?
Prosecutor informed me that it was,
Oh, furnishing alcohol?
yeah.
And there's two of those, aren't there? Yeah, there's two. I've got it. I think I got everything here.
Two warrants of five.
Yep. So what do we got? I'm sorry. No, you're fine, Judge. All right, so what do you want to do? Get an adjourn date on all today's stuff, and then on the warranted files, clear the warrant and set those for a same date for a review?
Yes.
You got all that?
Is that everything for March 12th or
Great.
6th? You don't want to set him a probation date, Judge, or?
It's set off on 7 days. Because I'm assuming the alleged violations are probably these, the new ones, right? So he's not violated until he's convicted.
Okay, so these could just go along with that.
Yeah, that's my point. That was a much more succinct way to say what I was trying to say. So would you waive formal reading on today's findings?
Client stands, Your Honor.
And what date are we gonna do, Heather?
I have March 12th or March 26th.
The sooner one, thank you, March 12th.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Time?
Well, I have February 26th. I didn't know if you guys wanted farther out.
So maybe a little further than that, yeah, March 12th.
Okay, so March 12th, okay. 8:30 is good.
And counsel, let's talk about bond. While I'm writing, why don't you talk?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Yes, my client is involved in VA services. He's looking for work now. He just had his license taken away, as part of the implied consent on this case, and so he's really struggling. But he has shown up to court. He's here today knowing that he had this, violation, knowing that there was a warrant and, all the consequences that go along with that. So, he obviously is willing to come to court under tough situations, and tough circumstances. So, he's here today. He has stable living, and he's involved in services with the VA. So, he's not a flight risk, not a danger to the community after a jail.
Is part of his current probationary terms, no alcohol?
I'm guessing, Your Honor, although I don't have the terms of that on that.
Can you confirm that? Because I didn't see it on the ROA. Oh, I didn't think of looking on the clear inside sheet. Mr. Dillon, what do we got today?
We have 3 overweight tickets, commercial motor vehicles.
Do we?
Hey, we're just gonna write it down.
Pardon me?
Do 30 days and
You-
write it.
You've already made your deal with the prosecutor?
Yeah, she has it all written up.
Pay within 30 days?
Can we have 60, please?
You can have 32.
Okay, that'll do. Thank you, Judge.
Have a nice day.
You too, thanks.
The original orders.
You'll have to put that in, the 32.
Test once per week at random or as directed by probation.
Yeah, so we're not having him test if we've not told him not to.
Yeah.
Functional gauge, no altering substances.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. All right, so we got your date, we got your time. Anything else before I set bond on these files?
Nothing further, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Schomer, I'm gonna put you on a personal bond with a GPS alcohol tether. If you violate the GPS alcohol tether, they're just gonna take you right to jail probably. Understood?
Where do I go to get this?
We'll give you some paperwork. You're gonna go to Wayne County Jail. Well, I'm thinking, are we using Wayne County now or are we using one of the private ones for that? The alcohol tether, do you know? They'll tell you that at probation downstairs.
Your Honor, we'll go check in down there.
All right. Mr. Schomer,
Yes.
you're getting real close to needing a toothbrush next time we see each other.
Understood, understood.
I'm not sure you do.
No,
So you and I have had similar conversations in the past. Okay,
I reckon.
all right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What was the amount?
We'll do $1,000. Mr. Schomer can wait. We'll give him a paper notice.
Certainly, Your Honor. Thank you.
You're welcome.
To go downstairs to the GPS tether or for the call tether and make sure they tell him where he needs to go.
You want to wait for our paperwork first here?
Yeah.
Good, all right. Thank you. You won't there. Thank you.
Everything was done. Oh, send it out. Okay.
Mr. Hadley, is it McMeekin? Say it again. Come on up, man.
Good morning, John. Chief Justice. With my clients, Ms. Diamond McMeekin, will be stating her name for the record.
Thank you, man.
So we will wait on a formal reading. I don't believe there's any warrants to recall or anything on this matter, so.
Doesn't look like it.
We'll introduce this plea whereby the standalone misdemeanor driving without, it's coded as driving without a cycle endorsement, but we're considering it guilty that 2-point offense. And the B, the C, the D, and the E civil infractions would all be dismissed.
Yep. All right, ma'am, did you discuss your rights and the options those rights give you with Mr. Hadley? Understood all that? You understand the possible penalty for the misdemeanor? Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily to that misdemeanor? All right, did you drive a vehicle in Huron on January 13? Did you have a license to do that? Are you satisfied?
Certainly am.
I'll dismiss all the civil stuff. What's the plan to get licensed?
Yeah, absolutely.
Please.
I was due to have it fully on the 16th of March. So this would push it back a little bit further, but I haven't heard if this is actually one.
Oh, you do have the permit. Good, good. How much time is that gonna cost?
Secretary
her?
of State record that the prosecutor was looking at did not indicate that there was a valid permit. That's what I've advised her, that probably going to figure out why we're seeing a discrepancy between
Right.
the driving record that the prosecutor had. But yeah, that's where we got to where we were today is looking at the driving record. This, well, I shouldn't say we, and the prosecutor accessed it, so I'm just not seeing that the permit. was
Right.
valid,
Right. Okay,
which may have been caused, I would suspect, because there was it was like $100 some dollars at a Garden City. And she made partial payment on that, traffic
Yeah.
offense, but that's standard course law district courts. Once you get back into warrant
Yep.
status and that catches up with Secretary of State.
this is like lost the horseshoe nail and then lost the shoe and lost the horse.
Exactly. So you kind of find yourself as an unknowing, unless you understand the law and the
Yeah.
intricacies of the driving code, you don't even realize sometimes you're driving
Yep,
with a suspended or revoked permit because of an unpaid ticket.
Yeah.
But it's not an excuse, it's just kind of an explanation to like really where she's at and why this still makes sense as a reasonable resolution.
right, right. Are you working? Where do you work? How long?
I started September 15th. September 15th.
Oh, new job. Oh, good for you.
Regarding city transportation, so I work with special needs.
Okay. Okay. Good, good. All right, anything else?
No, Your Honor, just, again, she did a great day today. We, got caught up with everything. We thank her for that and thank the court for that time.
All right, 4 days on the work program as an alternative to jail. You pick which days you want to work. Court costs and fines on this file, $500. Can you pay that today? Go downstairs and talk about your options. Same place you're going to talk about options on money is where you're going to talk about scheduling.
Oh.
Any questions? Good luck to you. Hey, Jamie, would you let them know that I just got a text, the kids just got on the bus at the school.
They're just now getting on the bus. Thank you.
Leaf, People versus Leaf.
Josh, he was making her way to the podium. We're waiving formal reading the arraignment. Have reached a resolution of this matter, Your Honor.
Wonderful.
So there's a B case that's in default, that my client's aware of. It's a speeding ticket, 62. Okay. And we have.
Hold on. I'm not seeing it. Did you already take care of that?
Registration plate.
Oh, all right. I've got that.
Yeah,
Okay.
plate ticket. So, she's aware that there's money owed on that.
Yep.
default.
Yep.
And it relates to the driving while license not valid. The thing we would like that would be that matter would be dismissed and she would be turning responsible to the double parking $200. We just ask those be consolidated for to make one payment plan.
Yeah, so we're showing two things currently owing. A 2024 Van Buren allow unlicensed driver. And then the registration plate on this one.
Yep, so it would be two unpaid, my apologies. So yeah, so.
I just didn't want her to walk out of here thinking,
No, she had it right, I had it.
and you're on a plan now.
Yes, I said that.
Okay, all right, so here's the problem. I don't want to put this one on the payment plan. Because if you don't pay this one, the deal goes away. So it gets mucky if we put it in the payment plan. So what are you paying now on your payment plan? All right, a month? All right, keep that in mind. You got to do that 75, you got to keep that one rolling. How much time are you going to need to come up with $200, a separate $200 on this one? I don't want you to make payments on it though. I just want you to put it in the cookie jar. So give me a Friday, the last Friday in April.
Friday in April is April 24th. So it's going down to Park 200, the.
Double parking,
Okay.
exactly. So once again, if we don't get the $200 on it before that date, then we're gonna give you a date and you're gonna come back with a misdemeanor to deal with. It does.
Yeah, it's 50 bond.
So that's, yeah, when do you, well,
I paid $50 today.
thank you, Heather.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Go.
So I'm just gonna say you're gonna pay that now.
Yes.
Good, that's off. Don't have to worry about that. Okay, all right.
Still, are you current on the other thing?
Well, he took,
She said-
you go see first, then go back.
Just keep rolling at 75. Okay, all right, good luck. You're welcome. You're welcome. Keller.
Josh Adley, on behalf with Mr. Caleb Keller, facilitates arraignment pre-trial. Mr. Keller's approaching the podium, take his name to the record. Mr. Keller, please state your name.
Director Caleb Keller.
Good morning.
So your Honor, we have a motion for the court. We have a motion to set aside the default. Mr. Keller had a little bit of cross-ups with the court date last month on when he was to be here. So it's not a real stale matter in default. So the prosecution's not an objection to our motion to set aside.
What's the charge?
The speeding 6 to 10 over, and that would be 25 HR 11082A.
Okay, you got that?
No, I'm still working on the other. group.
Okay. All right, we'll do it when she can catch up with the computer, or the computer can catch up with her, or whatever. Okay.
The other portion, if the court would be willing to grant this motion to set aside the default, is that we would be on the B case, the driving while license suspended.
Yep.
Tendering a guilty plea to the reduced charge of no ops.
Yep.
The speeding would be dismissed, allowing my client to get back to getting the license restored and
Sure.
being valid.
Okay.
Keller's.
Keller's list.
First name with a C, last name with a K.
Yeah, so we'll set aside the default, dismiss that.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Keller, did you go over your rights with Mr. Hadley?
Yeah.
You understand your rights and the options they give you? You understand the possible penalty for the charge? Understanding that, are you pleading guilty? Freely and voluntarily? Did you drive a vehicle December 13, 2025 in Huron? Was your license suspended, revoked, or denied? I'll accept your plea. And dismiss the speeding ticket. All right. And it sounds like he's got some work to do to get his license back.
Not too much left, right? At this point.
Pretty much have everything set in order. I just have to get privileges through, this legal court. I have privileges through the legal courts. I just have to get.
Toledo court.
You know, Ohio is a limited, you can drive to work, different kind of things, kind of like a probationary license.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
Okay. Okay. All right. Are you working?
Yeah,
Where do you work?
I work at Sugar Steel and Perrysburg.
How long?
Be 2 years coming up.
Okay. Anything else I should consider before I sentence?
Just would say that, yeah, making the right steps to get this whole thing cleared up and not have to look in the rearview mirror.
Okay. All right, Mr. Keller, normally I would order you to do some work program, but because of where you live, I don't want you driving an hour to do work program. So I'm going to convert the 4 days on the work program to 24 hours of community service. That means charity work. Hook up with a registered nonprofit. In Toledo's fine. I mean, doesn't matter where it's at. Church, Soup Kitchen, Salvation Army. If you find someplace and you want to make sure we'll accept them, you can contact us, give us some information about the charity. We'll give you the thumbs up or thumbs down before you put the 24 hours in. Document the hours after they're completed. Official letterhead that says he showed up on these days, total of 24 hours, signed by somebody with phone number, address, we can check them out. Got all that? Money wise, it's $550. Can you pay that today or do you need time? Go downstairs and talk about your options. Any questions? You're welcome. Enjoy your day. Davis.
Thank you, Your Honor. Attorney Josh Adley, on behalf of Mr. Tyler Davis. Davis, please state your name for the record. Tyler Davis. So, Your Honor, this is a little bit of a difficult one to follow. The resolution is pretty simple. There's one charge that's on today's docket. It's one charge for unreasonable noise. And we have reached a resolution on that matter whereby, did I get his name in the record, Heather? I'm sorry.
I think so.
My client is accepting responsibility for this unreasonable noise matter when pleading guilty under the Delayed Sentencing Act 771.1 with agreed upon 6-month period of probation. The court would adopt that. The wrinkle in this one is that Mr. Davis actually received 2 citations. They were playing their music loud on 2 different occasions. The first ticket was issued on the 18th of January. The officer actually also wrote him a ticket on that one for a civil infraction of failing to change his driver's license within 14 days of moving. They were back out 4 days later. Okay, he's got the tickets with him, but they were back out a few days later. Same kind of thing. They issued another citation, this time just for the noise.
I'm looking at something, oh. There is a mobile one.
Those are the ones that wanted to dismiss, but they
They're
didn't.
not in here yet.
Yeah, they're not on this, so they're probably not in our system.
Okay,
So I'm happy to kind of put a sticky note on something to make sure that we're trolling.
Please, because it's hard for us to track it if we don't have.
the ticket numbers, I can find it in the system, I just can't do it right now. I'll be able to download the license.
She's got him. She wrote it. Yeah.
Fine, Andy?
Yeah, prosecutor put him on the plea agreement.
But phenomenal. Caitlin knew that's what we didn't want there then.
What's that number, Heather?
5449, 5400549, Andy.
Okay, so we have the numbers.
So I'm gonna ask you to follow up with her in a week or so to make sure it got done.
I have 640 here also.
640 is what he's pleading.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm gonna put from 19.
Was it 640 was a delayed sentence too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's, UA.
We need this back.
It'll be in the file, yep.
All right, so to the misdemeanor. Did you read or did you go over your rights with counsel? You understand those rights and the options they give you? And you understand the possible penalty for the misdemeanor? Understanding all these things, are you pleading guilty to that misdemeanor freely and voluntarily? Mr. Hadley, if you'd voir dire, January 22 is the incident date.
January 22nd, 26, were you present in Huron Township, which is located in the county of Wayne, which is in the state of Michigan? Yes. Okay, the night and time were you in Supervisor Wayne? Planes, or it was?
No, just a,
stereo
radio.
Okay, and at night and time, you friends, you had your radio playing as loud that had caused the neighbors to contact you.
Yeah.
Okay. Your Honor, do you think the elements will be satisfied as to the emergency?
I agree. Are you working, Mr. Davis? Where do you work?
For work street service on Garden City.
How long?
I think going on about 7 years.
Okay, all right. Anything else you want me to know before I sentence you? All right, I'll delay sentence for 6 months, stay out of trouble, no new criminal offenses. Court costs you assessed the amount of $250. Can you pay that today? $250. You're not working?
I am working, yeah, I got a little set.
How many of those bills put you in jail when you don't pay? How much time before you pay $250?
I can pay it. I can pay it today.
Good answer. Okay, go down, take care of it.
250 paid today, 6 months, and then I will follow up on the, okay, we're looking good. Thank you.
Thank you. Drysdale.
More if I should write that down.
Just nice color. Drysdale, just like the horses.
Yeah.
Well, actually, those are Clydesdales, but
Maybe you shouldn't have said it.
the Dale's the same. I know where he's going with this. So did you talk to him about your rights?
I spoke with the prosecutor, yes.
Oh, you're not using an attorney. All right. So did you read your rights?
Yes.
Understood them?
Yes.
Understand the options they give you? Understand the possible penalty for drove while license or failed to display a valid license?
Yes.
Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, I am.
You understand that this might cause you problems with Secretary of State. It's not going to cost you points, but it might cost you a delay in getting your license straight. You understand that? Okay. Did you drive a vehicle in Huron Township on January 20th?
Yes, I did.
And was your license suspended, revoked, or denied at the time?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll accept your plea. What's the status of your license now?
It's currently still suspended. It's I got caught in rabbit holes, got some tickets, never paid them. Got popped in Huron Township in January. Realized
It's like the hole I was in, I paid off 2 in full yesterday.
Good.
before I came.
Good.
I have all money to pay today, so I only have 2 tickets to worry about along with the suspension.
Good.
Whatever the Secretary of State.
Okay. Okay, you working?
Yes, I am.
Where at?
Oh, Hamlin's Property Management. We do on-call snow removal, landscape, lawn care.
Okay.
3.5 years.
Good. You've been paying attention. Anything else you want me to consider before I sentence you?
No, Your Honor, there is none.
All right. All right, I'm gonna order 4 days on the court work program as an alternative to jail. You pick which days you work, and fines and costs are $500. Can you pay that now, or do you need some options?
Hey, now, is there any way, if I don't choose court to work, could I do community service through a nonprofit? Like,
Tell me why.
just because I was on probation, a few years ago, and I used this place in Detroit called Detroit Recovery Center or something like that.
Yep.
And they just have a good program. I clicked well down there, got along with the workers.
Well, then why haven't you been there?
What was that?
Why, they'll take a volunteer that's not court ordered. Why haven't you been going back?
I can't answer that. No good or bad answer. Huh?
I'm going to reward you because you've been paying attention. Because I want bodies on my work program. So I'll let you do some community service. 30 hours. Can you do that by the end of March?
Yes,
You sure?
yes.
All right. All right, so go down and pay your money. And then I think you probably heard this. When you do the hours, official letterhead from Detroit Recovery showing that you've showed up and done 24 hours or more, bring us that documentation or email it to us or whatever.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
You're all set.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Moody. Mr. Moody, are you going forward today without an attorney?
Yep.
Come on up. Adjournment. What do you have to do to get your license straight? If you want to see a license, or she just wants to see that you're working on it? You being the prosecutor.
She told me I get my license in 30 days, it's not a good deal, pretty much.
So what do you have to do to get it back?
I just have to go down and renew my temporary permit and then take a road test again because it's not so lost.
Yeah, so you should probably be able to do that before you get you back there.
Yeah.
So we can give you 2 different dates in March. You pick one. March 12, March 26, I don't care.
March 26th.
Okay. All right, just have a seat. Heather's gonna prepare a printed notice. Mr. Garcia over here will give you that notice and we'll get you out of here. Thank you. Counsel, are you ready on Anderson?
Sure.
Come on up. Kowalski just said, oh, buses are here.
Chris Anderson, who is standing to my left.
Thank you.
Your Honor, you are here today at show cause and ask for the warrant. If you recall, we'll waive the formal reading and stand mute.
All right, Ms. Anderson, I understand you're gonna plead responsible to double parking, and if I accept that plea, I'll dismiss a charge from misdemeanor charge from July 13, 25. Is that the way you want to take care of this? All right. I'm not inclined to give you time to pay this because you're already into us for $2,600. So how soon can you come up with $350? Yep.
Oh, Your Honor, she is a full-time student.
I don't care what her circumstances are. At all. She's made a deal. Before she gets her deal, we get what we get. So how soon can you pay $350? If you want this deal, you don't have to take this deal. There are other options.
She can pay within 30 days.
I'll give her 30 days. So whatever your payment plan is on the 26th, keep that rolling. This is a different deal. Understood? Okay. All right. Any other questions, ladies?
Yeah.
All right. You're welcome. You don't have to do anything downstairs. You just know you've got a due date, 30 days. Okay?
March 12th. Okay. Okay, nice to meet you.
Mason.
Your Honor, good morning, Nelson, yeah, 4656, and hearing on the defendant, Benjamin Mason, Your Honor, this we're in the middle of court, okay. This
Wall needs adjourned.
This Mason is here today for an arraignment. We would waive the formal readings. You?
I'm not going to arraign today because you just want an adjournment.
Yeah, sure, I'm gonna
Yeah.
ask the discovery,
Yeah.
On the second charge. And on the first charge, he
Okay.
just needs to pay a ticket here in this court.
Okay, so you have a seat. We're gonna get you a notice, to come back on the 26th of March. I'll arraign you then, or somebody will. And then you can get out of here. As soon as you get your notice, you can get out of here. All right? Counsel, next one I've got is Stewart.
Ready, Your Honor.
Oh, hold on. He owed money, didn't he? Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Mason, you owe us money on some other files. Impeding traffic and no proof of insurance, Huron Township tickets from last year. You owe us $654. Are you working?
Your Honor, I'm a little hard here.
Are you working?
No, sir.
When's the last time you had a job?
The day I realized my license was suspended.
Where were you working then?
Weedman, it's like a.
We've been like lawn care stuff? How long had you been there?
This was my first day. And
Okay.
got the letter.
Oh, shit. Great timing. Yeah.
Like right after his letter telling him he was suspended.
Right after you got the ticket?
Right after he got the ticket. Yeah, he
Beautiful.
got it, January 12th.
Beautiful. All right. What?
He does know about that. One thing I noticed when I looked online is they have a reinstatement at $405. I have never seen a reinstatement fee.
Who has his reinstatement fee at 405?
Court's website.
No, we don't.
Exactly.
No, we don't.
I-
We might have money he's got to pay, but it's not a $405 reinstatement fee.
Exactly.
Is his name Ben?
Mhm.
Mason? Well, he owes $378 for no proof to get a license.
Right,
Right.
right.
And then does not owe $405 for reinstatement. And I asked,
So the total might be that, but it's not all reinstatement.
I just suggested he stop downstairs, straighten that out.
So, do you have any income source? Can you make some kind of payment plan?
I believe I could ask relatives and then create that with them.
Okay. Can you commit to something before you get out of the building today?
Yes.
All right, do that downstairs. We'll get you your notice on the next court date. Go downstairs and set something up.
Yes, thank you.
Can I just, Your Honor, also for the record, Benjamin was a member of the US Marine Corps. He
Thank you.
was honorably discharged due to his hearing.
How many years?
It was very briefly, sir.
Did you have the hearing problem when you went?
Yes, sir.
They took you in and then told you you gotta go. How the hell that happen?
It was something to do with genetics, so when I'm like in my late 50s or something, I have a chance of getting.
Oh, okay. All right. So it wasn't that you were unhealthy at this point. They were just worried about where things were headed. Okay. Well, it still sucks.
The Air Force just turned down my grandson because of his glasses. He didn't want to be a fighter pilot.
Right.
He wanted to do like IT stuff.
Right.
I said, well, no, you're.
Well, the good news, somebody else will probably take him.
That's what I.
Yeah. 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 All right. So what's going on with your job? What do you work wise? What are you doing?
I'm a certified MIG welder, sir. I can find a job anywhere I
Good.
need to be able to go to work.
Yeah. So it's a transportation issue. Okay. All right. All right. Have a seat. We'll get you your notice.
Benjamin, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Stuart, come on up.
I think we dealt with Stuart, Your Honor.
Nope, not yet.
Oh,
Good morning, McBride. Field trip today. All right, counsel, tell me about Stuart.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Lynette. Here on behalf of the defendant, Adriana Stewart, Your Honor, we'd ask that the warrant be recalled. We'll wait. We're going to stay on mute, and she's going to plead responsible.
All right. Miss Stewart, you've agreed to pay fines at cost of $350. I'll dismiss the misdemeanor. That's the way you want to resolve this today? All right. You already owe us $955 on some other files. Registration or plate charge, improper license charge, another registration or plate charge, and no insurance charge. Are you in a position to make some kind of payment plan on that one? And pay $350 lump sum on this one?
Yeah.
When can you pay the $350 to get this deal?
A month.
27th of March? Calendar's right there if it helps to look. All right. Now, keeping in mind, you're okay?
Oh, you're talking about the other tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as long as you're paying on those, then yeah, you have to pay on this one by March.
It's two separate things. There's $350 to get today's deal, plus you owe us $955 on other stuff that we got to get cleared up.
And, okay. And this one you'll pay by March 27th. Just like 6 weeks.
So this for the.
This is for today's case.
And make sure the license is
So driving while suspended.
Oh, is this
The others, the thing that's keeping you from having a license is the town insurance statement. So you gotta set up a payment plan downstairs when you leave here today. Get those tickets paid off.
And one of those tickets is keeping her from driving.
The no insurance.
Yeah. Yeah. So you've made a commitment to pay $350 by the end of March. What can you do on the $955? Weekly, bi-weekly, monthly?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a lot of money. I just got to have some regular payments coming in. Because we'll work with you on that one.
$50. No, I can do 20 a month.
Okay, I won't take 20 a month. I won't take 20 a month. I'll take 40 every 2 months. The problem is it costs me more money to process $20 than I get.
And once she gets a job here on her, she'll be good. She's had some health issues.
Okay. Do you have any job prospects right now?
No,
You got any way to get to a job?
no. I live in Belleville.
Yeah.
I just recently lost my child.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. So let me try to help you. First of all, before you get out of here today, you want to go down and see Mr. Taylor, Avery Taylor. Tell him you need work. I want you to tell him all the problems you're having. All right. Because he's like our resident social worker in the building. He's got real good contacts with Wayne Metro and a lot of other resources, but he's got real good contacts with Wayne Metro. They might be able to help you with a lot of the stuff you got going on. So let him know everything that's all the burdens, whatever the burden is you got on your back. I want you to share it with him and start by Oakley said to vomit all my problems on you and see if you can help. All right. Now, specifically, he keeps job openings. He keeps record of local job openings. So he might have something to help you there too. All right. Now, as far as the 955, I'll just put this for a review 60 days down the road. All right. I'll give you 60 days of breathing room on that one. It's on you though. If we don't see you in 60 days, we're going to issue bench warrants and it's more money, right? Because especially with civil infractions, if you don't take, and I understand you don't have any money and you think you got to have money to take care of that stuff. But the problem is if you would just come in and say, hey, here I am, I've got tickets. What do I need to do? That stops the clock. Okay. So if you're just out there and not doing anything and we don't know what's going on, the computer just keeps adding money on those civil infractions. Late fees, penalties, there's a 20% fee at one point, and it's terrible. So I'll bump these 60 days just to give you breathing room. Think about this. I will make deals on this kind of stuff, right? If you get into a position where you can come in and have a lump sum of money, I'll waive late fees and penalties if we can close files out. I don't waive late fees and penalties to wait for payments. And generally, that means if you owe $955, probably $350 to $400 of that at least are late fees and penalties. All right. So if you get a good job and you know you're making some decent money, come back and let's talk. All right. You feel a little better? Go see Mr. Taylor. Once again, vomit all your problems. Just let him know what's going on. And some of it he's going to say, I can't help you, but some of it he's going to say, I got an idea. All right. Good luck.
Thank you, Ron.
You're welcome.
Well,
I think Mr. Walker next, Hadley, 100%.
Can I do Mr. Williams?
I'm sorry, I just on that.
It's like, I got liver all of a sudden.
I'm sorry, it's yours.
Williams is, yeah.
Let's get one thing straight, and I can go on putting that.
But you know what? If your name's not on the plea agreement, he doesn't know it's yours. So make sure your name's on the plea agreement. Mr. Williams, need a date.
Morning, Ronald Rosen, yeah, from three quarters, I signed suits appearing on behalf of the defendant, Williams. I'm asking that the warrant be recalled. We'll waive the formal reading of the complaint.
Thank you. I'll add a not guilty plea on the file for Mr. Williams. Council, the 26th of March.
Actually, Your Honor, we could do the 12th or the 26th.
What do you want to do, Heather?
12th, how's that?
12?
And I've already spoken with Mr. Hurley about a
What time?
discovery.
All right, so 9 a.m., March 12, live my courtroom. Yes? I'm going to put you on a personal bond. First two conditions are obvious. Stay out of trouble and show up for court. You can do that?
Yes.
Third condition, do not purchase, possess, or consume any mood altering substance unless you've got a doctor's script. That means no booze, no marijuana. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000 if you screw up on bond?
Yes.
If you mess up on those bond conditions, you're going to jail until you can come up with money. Questions? Have a seat. We'll get you a paper notice and you're on your way.
Your Honor.
You're welcome. Is it Portillo?
Yes, Your Honor. Yeah, come on. Attorney Josh Hadley, here on behalf of my client, Mr. Lennon Portillo, Your Honor. Mr. Portillo, please state your full name for the record.
My name is Lennon Portillo.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Portillo and I have had the pleasure of discussing this matter together and with the prosecutor. We've reached a resolution in this matter. The failed to display license will be dismissed. Mr. Portillo will be sending a responsible plea to the impeding traffic. It truly wasn't a failed display. He had a license, just didn't have one.
Yeah, and it's such a rarity that we rarely get those.
It wasn't a roadside.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna cut you a deal.
All right.
Let's see him talk. That was like the last event in a day of, you gotta be kidding me, events for this young man. Including literally stepping in dog poo and being told that he couldn't go to school after showing up minutes late. He's a full-time student studying to be an airplane mechanic.
Where at?
Cannon and GTI.
Yeah.
He's actually one of this guy knocked me out. So he's actually training as well. He's a boxer. So he's full-time
He
training,
didn't literally knock you out.
literally would knock me out. So it's one of those situations where, again, he, like I said, not really minding.
Yeah.
He's working his butt off. It just, he literally forgot. his
Okay.
license.
All right. I'll accept your plea. Fine the cost $180. Pay it today. Downstairs. Go get a cashier, smile, and get out of here. Misdemeanor is dismissed.
Your Honor, thank you kindly. That's all I have to support. I'll be back in a few more in just a moment.
We'll be here.
Jerry. It's just a Jerry.
Mr. Smith. Hold on, we lost your attorney.
He didn't think it was gonna go on record because it's just an adjournment.
Yeah, I got a raining though. That's right, Jeff out there.
Tears. Wanted to make the numbers match up.
Oh, yeah, we don't have to hold raining. Just adjourn. We'll get you a notice for that adjourn date. What do we usually do? Shut down, start over?
No, you're still on there, so you're good.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is Mr. Bowditch your attorney?
Yes. Not for it, more.
I saw that it counts as Mr. Bowditch.
He was in 2 seconds ago. You're so busy.
How we doing? Good. Any questions? Seriously? Okay. All, can't tell you exactly, because I was paying attention to it. All the district judges in Michigan, same thing, doesn't matter, if you just got the job, you got everything. It's
Shut up.
around number $168.
Yes.
What else? Yeah. I need to find one. And I always, anytime I talk to a bunch of kids, I always get that question, what's the worst thing? So I'll tell you what comes to my mind. Two cases, actually. all the kids and you're gonna make it cry. One was, I hadn't been on bed very long at all. I got one child who's an adult, but was out with, she was probably about 4 or 5 years ago. And I had a case, do you guys know what a preliminary exam is? Yeah, some of them. All right, so every criminal case that happens in my 5 communities, Van Buren, Belleville, Sumter, Ryan, and Stern, every criminal case that happens in those communities, unless it's charged federally, comes through this one. Doesn't matter if it's a misdemeanor, dog at large case, or if it's a first degree murder, comes through this court, every case. Right? Misdemeanors stay here for resolution. Felonies either get dismissed here or they go downtown to the circuit court and they get resolved. They all start here. And a preliminary exam, on a felony case, a preliminary exam is an optional hearing. I say it's optional because the defendant can waive that hearing. If the defendant holds the hearing, the prosecutor has to prove to the court 2 things. 1, that the crime charged happened. And 2, that the person charged probably had something to do with it. So it's not a high burden. It's like, there's a reason to believe that that crime actually happened and there's a reason to believe that that guy was involved, right? But if either one of those questions are answered no at this level, end of the case, it's dismissed, goes away. Now, the police can continue investigating and they can try to put other charges, but at that point, it's done. You with me so far? Now, back to my worst case ever. There was a case where the defendant was accused of sexually molesting his own daughter. She was 5. So because, number 1, I was new on the bench, I hadn't had a lot of that ugliness in front of us. And 2, his daughter was about the same age as mine. That one hit me. That really hit. And then the other one that definitely is the worst was another terrible situation involving a child. It was a big deal. This was before you guys were even involved, but it was a big deal. It was all over the news. It made nationwide news. And a 4-year-old little girl died. And her mother and her mother's significant other were both charged with basically neglecting her to town. And I remember we had preliminary exam on that. So it's testimony, medical examiner from one county had to come in and testify what was the cause of death. And they had pictures of what the little girl looked like to prove how bad she had been neglected. I don't remember things like this, but Ms. Raddick, what's an average healthy 4-year-old like? So Heather was not always my reporter. My reporter before Heather was Paul. And one of the jobs the reporter has is when evidence is presented in a courtroom, it gets marked and numbered. They refer to exhibit N or exhibit number 1, right? We don't just have a bunch of physical or pictures and everything floating around. We label them so it keeps the record straight. And the reporter numbers or labels those exhibits as they're submitted to the court for consideration. You with me? Paula's habit was, when she got a stack of photos to mark on them, she marked them, but she also looked at them. That was just her little thing. And I remember when pictures were presented to me, and I gave them to Paula to mark, when she reached for them, I put my hand on them so she couldn't take them. And she looked at me like, what are you doing? I said, do not turn these over and look at them. Because they were face down, and she puts the stickers on the back. Obviously, I put the sticker with a big A on it, on the face, and oh. And she looked at it funny and said, do not turn these over. Mark the backs and give them back. And we had a great relationship. I mean, I never even talked stern with her, right? So she's like, okay, something's going on here. So we continued the hearing. We got done with the hearing. And she looked at me afterward and she says, what was up with those photos? I did not want to see them because I didn't. anyone else. Felt that somebody owed it to that little girl to look at those photos, but I didn't want those photos to you. You tell that to this young, and I'm telling the people that probably 18 or 20 years ago. So. What is that? I'll fix that. I'll fix that. You don't walk out of your feelings. But I want, I was gonna say, I'd like to share that. I don't like to share that skill. I think it's important to share that skill. I think it's important to share that skill. Because I think it's important for you guys to understand that people in the system, like when I say the system, I mean the criminal justice system. Cops, prosecutors, court clerks, judges. We deal with some stuff, and cops more than we do, more often. But we deal with some stuff that my prayer is you'll never have to deal with. I think we've died at 110 years old, we'll never have to deal with some of the stuff that we deal with. Never have to see things, never have to hear things that we hear, never have to think about some of the things we think about. And the reason I want to plant that seed in your head is because I want you to understand there are some people that have chosen to get involved in a job that requires them to do stuff that hopefully you are going to do. And why I say that to you is because give them grace. If you guys ever seen a cop in an interview, or maybe hear a cop on the street and they seem really callous and cold-hearted by the way they talk about things. We call that black humor, okay? And it's got nothing to do with black people versus white versus black like child, right? Dark humor. And it's an offensive. Your girls, if you ever are around people that have been in contact, they can be really cold, silent, really cold-hearted. It's a self-defense mechanism. Sometimes when you deal with that kind of trauma, you have to make light of it to survive it. So you make jokes about the accident scene around because I couldn't believe how far the guy's head ended up from his body. Okay, that's it, right? To talk about that like it's funny. And it is. But it's not sick that they act like that, it's sick that they have to. Because that's just the way they've figured out how that they can put that stuff on a shelf, just continue. I apologize because I got you. But let's do another one. Somebody asked me why I love my job. Somebody asked me why I love my job. Thank you, Bill. Because you know what? I a lot more days than those days. A lot more days, like to a factor of probably 100 or more. I get to go away thinking, you know what, I just love. Or even better yet, what really makes me feel way is when I can see I can lose some of this time. You know, when I'm watching their faces, I'm telling them what I'm telling them, and I'm like, I just blew his mind because he didn't expect anybody to be nice with him. That's a takeaway. Because nobody comes into this building, nobody comes into this building unless they get paid. You know, the attorneys, that kind of stuff. But nobody walks in here because their name's on a file, expecting good things to happen. They're just here for a little speeding ticket, or if, you're here because you sued your neighbor because his dog's pooping on your porch. I don't care why you're coming to court. Maybe be here, you better expect good things back. You're just hoping you can get out of it and you really think of it. So, I mean, trust me, there are people who walk out here thinking, wow, that was a good thing. That's what I'm nice for. Did you hear him? How do we pick people for jury? All right, well, there's two parts to that selection. First of all, the jury pool, and that's the people like, for example, if I had a jury trial today, I'd have probably 20 to 25 people sitting back here waiting to see if they were to get picked for the trial. All right, so the jury pool or jury panel is completely random. selection, and it's done by computer, and it's based on your Michigan ID or driver's license. So if you don't have an ID or a driver's license, you're never gonna get picked for good. Okay. But once you get here and you're in the panel of the pool, then whether or not you get picked to serve is up to the parties on the case, or the parties that are not represented. And it's through a process of word year, which basically term means to find the truth. And the idea is by asking various questions of the prospective jurors, we, the attorneys, or the parties, and the court, the judge, can try to pick a panel in our, and we're building, because we do less of their cases, felony cases, it's 7-person jury. We try to find 7 people who sit in that jury box that have an objective in it. Clear slate, you know, they don't have any preconceived notions. If it's a criminal case, we're like, can you be fair to the prosecutor and the defendant? Or are you biased against prosecutors and cops? Or it's a drug driving fine, okay? So this man has been charged with drug driving. Do you have anything in your background that would make you less than objective and fair with drug driving? Well, yeah, my mother was killed by a drug driver, and I just don't think I can set that aside. Okay, great, we appreciate you being honest. You might be a great juror for other cases, but maybe drug driving is not your bag. So we're watching this. Yes, sir. Two questions. Okay. How long have you been there? The judge said January 1, 1990. My chair, I don't stand. All right, that's it. Okay, I stand. Yeah, it's a good chair. I mean, I'll sit down, squat, when work, wait for something to happen, I'll sit down. See what's going on. But yeah, generally I stand. It's a nice chair. You spent some dollars. It's better after the function. So did you hear it? The question is, what happens if you do jury duty and you don't get picked, right? So if you're here and you're called for jury duty and we don't use you, but you showed up, you're covered for 1 year for the state system. That means that the county, downtown Detroit, if they want you or we want you again, you can say, I was there, I'm good for a year. But the federal court's totally just different system. So they probably wouldn't care less. Keep thinking of questions. Let me take some more, and I'll take some more questions. Let's see if we'll answer that. Oh, I don't think most
Lawyers, I didn't know until I heard you say that at the last trial that we were about to do it. I don't think anybody's put me on a jury.
All right, people versus Maisha Stone. Yeah, you guys got to be quiet because Heather is recording everything. And it's just like a lot of white noise. So you guys got to keep the noise down. Go ahead.
Absolutely, Your Honor. To be Josh. Just stated her name for the record, Your Honor. We are here on a pretty old matter. She's in the process of getting.
Yeah, it is.
Cleared up. In fact, she actually just had a new, let's say it was with Huron, and that's how she even found out that this was still in existence. So came to court promptly and get this resolved. She has a valid license. She has been
awesome
for quite some time. So yeah, we're accordingly the prosecutor dismissed the driving while license suspended, and we would be tendering responsible to double parking 200. And we would ask that be combined with the $418 that it's connected to a civil infraction for 20.
I'm not doing that.
No.
No, because what we found is we're doing these deals and then months down the road, we've never gotten our money. Now we got to go back and correct the abstracts. It's just a mess. So what I will do is I'll track her payment plan on the current 463. Do you have a payment plan on that now? All right. So set something up with that regular, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. I don't care. I don't care how much or how often, as long as the payment's more than $25. No, 40. I think it's 40 is our minimum. 40 is our minimum. So if you can only do that once a month, or if you got to do it once every 2 months or whatever, but it's got to be $40. You're going to track that for the 400 plus. Today's deal, just pick a due date. I want $200 all at one time. All right. And I'm not waiting 6 months. Right. So let's do that one first. How soon can you come up with $200?
30 days, Your Honor.
March 27th. All right. Now, What can you do on the other money you owe us? Regular payments, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly? How much? That means you got to come in here every week or you got to put on a credit card or debit card.
That'd be
40 a week is what he says. Each payment has to be a minimum of 40, correct?
Yeah. But I'm okay with that, but you're better off giving us 160 a month because then that's only one transaction fee. 150 a month, start with. You sure?
So the first payment, so you have two separate things you have to pay. One will be the $200.
Well, hold on a minute. Pay the $200 right now. This deal's done. You don't have to worry about it. And then start your payment plan next month. All right. So we're going to do 200 now. And 150 a month starting on March 27th. Yeah, that way this deal's in the can.
Thanks for walking us through that, Your Honor. That's all you got on this?
All right, give me some more work.
Be right back.
These kids don't want to hear me talk. Get some more. Questions?
Yeah, actually, well. I don't know, I didn't find it. So. In 17 and below is a juvenile, right? So. We see, well, first of all. Every district court sees some teenagers as a driving set. So if you're 16, you're still not an adult criminally, but you get your own private ticket, you gotta do. Okay. This court is one of only 4 in Wayne County, can also deal with juvenile listing. So I'll have 12-year-olds, so. I think the youngest kid I ever had on a juvenile docket. He was 8 years old, but he was really a little kid, even for 8 years old. And I remember he was crying so hard when he was in here, I'm like, you got it, you can go. Now you yell at him. So that was, he was our time to tell them.
What is the time?
Anything that makes me feel, my family, it makes me feel the mind. But, I guess these are. Well, in the old days, pre-COVID, I used to have a really crowded court. And the file would become, everybody was waiting for file. Since COVID, kind of the way we do it, usually I'll send, security guys, you don't bring two in until they're actually ready to go on it. Okay? But back in the day, it was crowded courtroom, and I deal with what's your license. That's in what's your license. But Bedford, so I get down with Mr. Rossing's file, and I'd say, as I'm putting, I'm writing Ledford's file, or who was first? I seen you were first. I'm writing Ledford's file, and I'm like, well, I'm shuffling up here, I'm calling for Ledford, okay? So Mr. Ledford's making his way from the back of the court. Well, now I find his file, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, holy cow, that's an old file. And I don't remember the year, but let's say it was 2003. I'm like, dude, where you been since 2003? And keep in mind, most people, remember I said, nobody's happy when they come here, right? If they're named on the file, they're not coming here for meetings. So most people are pretty nervous when they're coming to court. And I think he was already pretty nervous. And then when I called him out, I think he freaked. I don't know if he thought he was in trouble because it'd been so long or whatever, because he said, Judge, in 2003, I was stabbed to death. And I'm thinking to myself, look like Jesus. But I got a pretty good poker face. I'm like, well, what he was trying to say was, the reason I didn't take care of my business then was because I was stabbed and it was really bad and I was in the hospital and I had a long recovery and I wasn't healthy. But what came out was I was stabbed to death. Which is, and the funniest part about that story is I told that to a group of kids one day and Paul was in the courtroom, like Heather is now. And Paul said, yeah, that wasn't the first time either. I'm like, what? She said, no, that happened to you 3 times. I'm like, really? She's like, "Yeah, don't you remember so-and-so told you that he was dead and so-and-so? I said, no, I forgot all about those guys. So people say, we're the funniest animals on this planet. Right? And we're usually are funnier, or funniest, when we're not on our game. And if you're nervous, you're not on your game. If you're scared, you're not on your game, right? It's the emotions are taking over, you're just not on your best game. So that's one. Who else had anything?
What's the best and worst part?
The best part is when you can help someone. Yeah, the worst part is just there's so much that's outside of my control. Which was probably the only thing that really surprised me when I got to this job. Because I spent a lot of time in the district courts, I spent a lot of time in our district court, because my office was just up the road. My practice in my law office was predominantly like probably 95%, 85% district court practice. So I really thought I had a hand on what I was going to get into. And what blew my mind is how often I was waiting for everybody else to try to do something to do. You know, case was scheduled at 9:00, the defendant hadn't showed up, the attorney hadn't shown up, the witness hadn't shown up. That, I think that's for me, especially with a control freak, that's the worst part for me, is it's like, hey, you know, you can see it going here, you know, I got 75, let's move them, let's move them. Sure. Oh, I can't tell you that, sweetheart. Only by, and I am not, seriously, anybody that knows me will tell you, I'm not a clothing snob. I'm a necktie snob. I will only buy neckties from one designer. His name is Dominic Pennymore. He's a Detroit guy. His ties are very, very expensive if you buy them retail. I don't buy them retail. But I can't tell you where, because I don't need to complicate it. Sorry. Dominic Pennymore. PANGUR. It was pretty funny during COVID. There's an attorney, he actually works with the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office. I've known him for 35 years. And he wears Pennymore ties. And he was actually showing up during COVID with matching set, Pennymore tie, pocket square, and face mask. Pennymore was actually marketing the trifecta. Yeah, I thought it looked ridiculous, but Tony really liked it. I'll tell you a funny story about Pennymore tie. I figure life's too short to wear boring ties and boring socks, right? So I wear both socks, okay? 100 years ago, when I was not yet on the bench, my dad was actually mayor of Ordinance. And I stopped by my parents' house for something. And my dad tossed me like a gift box, you know, with a tie in it, you know, the little skinny thin, right? Tossed me a gift box, said, you want a tie? I'm like, I don't know, let's see what how it is. And I opened it up, and I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. Like, yeah, it's too loud for me. It was my first Pennymore. I've got a lot of Pennymore ties. Shine and metal, put all my ties on the floor, and separated my color schemes, and had them help me put them back on the racks. It was a good thing. Hard to go, is that purple, is it blue, or I had all my Pennymore ties in front of you, and I said, pick out the dullest one in the bunch. It's probably that one. Because the rest of them are even louder than that one. That was too loud for me. Much more conservative dressing. Pardon me, Judge, my apologies. Any last words? We're gonna do a rotation. No, that's fine. Have fun today, guys. And I'm sorry I'm watching now. So warn the other people, don't ask that question.
Thank you for having me.
Ask lots of questions.
My shit. We all want to.
What was it? John, where you at?
It sounded like you was like.
I didn't hear it. Probably got new shoes on.
Probably. Yeah, I sign it.
Right on it. Right first. Okay, we're all going. Thank you. Squeeze in, guys. Everybody squeeze in. Here. Squeeze in, folks. You have to squeeze in. You only have limited bench. Bring a few up here, please. You last, right over there. Okay, okay. Where'd you come from? No, you come from, it's part of them we're in. Three, you know those guys' names? Thank you. I am this. What's the name? Horn. Horn, H-O-R-N. Ace Robinson, we gotta wait for Heather.
Greg and Christine.
Take care of it.
There's an A, B, and C on one, and then.
Yeah, I got that.
Mhm.
Why do we do two different plea pay forms? Why do we do two different plea forms?
Separate people, Judge, so husband and wife.
Two different communities? Oh, I just got the last name.
Judge, here's the.
Yeah, probably. What are they? Yeah. You on?
Yeah, who got?
Horn, Mr. and Mrs. Mr. Robinson, your appearances.
Good, morning, Your Honor, for the record, Steve Robinson, P 45753, hearing, I guess, first,
Doesn't matter. Waive formal reading.
we can understand you.
Heather, this should go to whoever's next besides me.
Alright.
I'll enter not guilty plea from Ms. Warren.
Going to go to Judge Martin, April 9th,
Time,
9:30.
9:30, April 9. That'll be on Zoom. That work?
It'll work, Judge. The court will note, I did just file my appearance. Right, Warren. There was an appearance filed prior.
Okay. All right. And you're not gonna try to talk me out of a personal bond, are you? All right. Ma'am, personal bond, two conditions. First one, stay out of trouble. Second one, show up for court. You can do that? You can do that? Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court amount of $1,000 if you mess that up? You're all set. We'll get you a paper notice and get you out of here. Your appearance for Mr. Horn.
Record Steve Robinson, 45753. Great morning, Steve.
Waive formal reading. Same date and time work.
Yes.
Entering a not guilty plea for Mr. Horn. What time was that? 26th at what time?
April.
Oh, yeah. April 6th at 9:30. I got 26 stuck in my head. Yeah. All right, Mr. Horn, you heard the rules for your wife? Can you follow those as well? Would you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000 on each of these two misdemeanor files for a total of $2,000 if you mess up? Get a notice for you as well. Did we miss anything, Mr. Robinson? You folks have a great day. You're welcome. Get all your questions answered next door, or you have questions? No questions. When you watch, what you see? What kind of case? I'm sorry? What kind of case are we in? What are these cases that I just adjourned? Interfere with a police officer, what else?
Failed to stop for PD accident, left of sentence.
Yeah, so failed to stop for a property damage accident, drive less et cetera, and interfere with police officer. So probably what happened is, there was an accident, cops came up the accident, and these two people were less than cooperating with the cops. That's probably why they have the misdemeanor interfering. We just want to go up to 92 days ago. Just walked in. Just walk in, with their turn. So, no, they just adjourned us, which usually means the attorney's trying to get some information out of the prosecutor. So they'll come back in April in front of Judge Mark. That's it. All done. Learned everything you need to know. Very entertaining for me. Do you have your eighth graders? Anybody know what they want to do after high school? What am I doing? Want to be a nurse? Good call. I heard firefighter. Did I hear firefighter? Nobody answered my question. Said, what did you see with Judge Mark? No, you weren't Patton's? Patton, what did you see with Judge Patton? What did you see?
Well, other cases are they left out everything, and they fill out they get everything.
Oh, yeah, you had the arraignment. So he had a trespassing file, resisting arrest file, disorderly action.
I don't get,
Yeah.
I don't get drinking.
Now you saw that in the case?
Yeah.
Yeah. Say again? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a mental health issue. I think that guy's got some mental health issues, aren't getting dealt with. That's it. Yeah. Okay. All right, we got more files coming. Nick John.
I'm sorry?
Nick
Yep.
John. Kowalski, I'll be rolling around, he's there building. You didn't really hang on. Fry.
That, you're doing a good job. He's a little,
Right.
yeah,
Well, at least Nellie's not here.
what's that?
At least Nellie's not here.
Are you sure? Oh, I'll take that from this.
Right.
He mentions the best. He, ever good, no, he's gonna be sat with her, really, it's just this, no problem, that works with. GW, thank you. How are you, Mouse? I'm doing good, thank you. Good.
I'm in the side pile.
Over here?
Yeah.
Thank you.
The those.
Thank you.
That's the width, right, that you're looking for?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, it's in one of those piles.
Please rise, and put this court is back in session, or Brian may open the sign.
Have a seat. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Over. Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Duncan, your appearance for Mr. Gwit.
Yes, Your Honor, Murray Duncan, I'm appearing on behalf of the defendant Albert Quick, who's to my right. Please take me in.
Thank you. Have you read the report and recommendation and gone over it with your client?
Yes, Judge, and it is factually correct.
All right, anything to add?
Judge, I'll just state that it's not an uncommon case. Mr. Witt's 28 years old. And he's starting to have trouble with alcohol, obviously, and on the positive side of it, he's living with his mom. His mom's in court today. He hasn't drank for a few months.
Good.
And his mom's happy. If nothing else, his mom is very happy. And he's feeling better. He's looking better.
He's working more hours every week, right?
Right now, because of the season, he's not working as much, but he's got a good head start. So as far as the substance abuse, what I usually do here, and I gave him a card, I usually send him to Julie DuPont, who's in Livonia. I've worked with her forever. And she does a substance abuse evaluation and follow directions. Is that adequate?
Yeah. Item number 7 on the recommendation was substance abuse treatment.
Yes.
And I'll change that to an evaluation with the idea that if the evaluation comes back and recommends treatment, then you got to do the treatment.
Thank you, Judge. Otherwise, Judge, Mr. Witt's ready to be sentenced.
Sir, anything you want to add to what Mr. Duncan has told me?
Oh, Your Honor.
I couldn't figure out how to spell evaluation for a minute.
But if not, the license case is good.
All right, I will adopt the recommendations of probation, Mr. Gwit. That means items 1 through 10 that you went over with Mr. Duncan that were suggestions are now court ordered. I've made that one change with the treatment change to evaluation. Total on the file is $1,300. I am ordering 8 days on the court work program. You'll pick those days. Can you pay the $1,300 today or do you need options?
Options.
Figure that out downstairs before you leave. I'm going to share one little lecture with you. I've got a really good friend of mine I've known literally my entire life. He was a Mason. Big drinker, serious drinking problem. And my dad used to lecture him all the time. I remember when he was sober for about a year. Now I'm talking about, this is going back 30 plus years. All right. So I'm going to give you a dollar amount. I want you to equate that to today's dollar. He'd been sober for about a year and we're talking about it. And my dad was in the conversation and he looked at my dad and he says, Bill, he said, I wish I would have listened to you years ago. He said, I figure I made an extra 10 grand last year. What's 10 grand, $1980 worth now?
Wow.
30 or 40 probably, right? And you know what he was talking about? Now keep in mind, this is a guy that, I mean, he went through drunk driving cases. I mean, he had all the trouble that you can have. Divorce, he had all the trouble you can have. But for the longest time, he was convinced that he was not an alcoholic because he made it to work every Monday morning. He never missed work. He might have been feeling like crap, but he was there. Right? So in his mind, alcoholics weren't responsible employees. Okay? Now, tangent alert. He is one of the reasons that I seldom use words like alcoholic or alcoholism. All right? I use this phrase, alcohol problems, because I have never asked this question to somebody that was standing in front of me in your shoes that I did not get a yes. Has alcohol caused you problems?
Yes.
Then you have an alcohol problem. You might not be an alcoholic, but you have an alcohol problem. All right. Now, what he was talking about was because he quit drinking, number one, he didn't start drinking as soon as the job was over Friday and drink until it was time to go to crash, pass out so he could get up Monday morning. As a result of that, he had a lot more time on his hands. And guess what he did with that time? He wasn't drinking anymore. Side jobs, right? Just like you, Mason, anybody in the trades, if you're any good, you can pick up all the side work you want, can't you?
Yeah.
Right?
I am a carpenter.
Yeah. And if you want to get on a crew that works Saturdays because your regular crew doesn't work Saturdays, you can find them. Right. And what he was saying to my father is, if I would have quit drinking when you first told me I had an issue, I'd have all this money in the bank because I'm making all this extra money now because I've got time because I feel good enough to work. Right. And I'm not saying he was working instead of staying, okay, job's over at 5, let's all hit the bar for 2 hours. He was saying, guys, I'm on my way to my side gig. Just food for thought.
Thank you.
All right. Good luck.
Have a great day.
You as well, Mr. Duncan. Always a pleasure. All right. Now, ma'am, you can come on up. Are you Miss Fry? And you are going forward today without an attorney, correct? And you made your own deal with the prosecutor. You're going to plead responsible to double parking. I'm going to dismiss 3 charges from January 22nd, and you're going to pay $350 for the double parking, correct? Let's do the double parking on the A ticket, Heather. Can you pay the $350 today? Go downstairs. The cashier will assuredly smile at you when she relieves you of that money. And you can go out and start your day. Any questions? Have a great time. Hey, Jamie, can you?
I'm working on it right now.
Thanks. Montgomery? Sir, are you going forward today without a court-appointed attorney? Let me catch up with my paperwork and then we'll see what you've got going on. Okay, you're working on your license, getting it cleared up?
Yes, Your Honor.
We can give you March 12 or March 26?
Beautiful.
March 12 or March 26?
Oh, March 26th, Your Honor.
What time, Heather? Heather's gonna get you notice. We'll give you that in just a minute, get you out of here. You do owe us money on some other stuff, though. It looks like. Hold on, are these in default? Heather, are you showing these in default? The 673 cases? Because the ROA doesn't show defaults.
Alexander's the thing.
Yeah, Alexander Ford.
I don't show any in default. They all go along with this ticket.
All right. Oh, okay. You've got another court date coming up on February 26th with Judge Martin. Right? You know about that? Okay, all right. All right, so we'll adjourn today's files till what do we do? March 12th?
26th at 9 a.m.
Okay, you get your notice, you're free to go.
Thank you. Great. Oh, thank you.
Questions? Yes? No? No trial, first hearing. I can't hear you. Let me get out there where I can hear you.
First hearing, we hearing one guy, you free that of another.
With our, during what?
The guy had that style before. The other guy. Yeah.
You gotta give me more information.
Give me for the story, the rehabilitation experience.
Oh, you mean this guy just sentenced?
Yeah.
Was I compared one to the other? Is that the question?
Yeah.
I was sharing with him an illustration because I think it applies to him. Does that make sense? So it's not comparing as much as I'm sharing him. This is a story that was happening on this guy and you gotta look at that if that applies to either one.
Anything else?
It didn't say anything.
It's just like, yeah. Seriously, you haven't seen anything there to raise with a question? Court was recovered. So in Michigan, you have to be a lawyer that practices law for at least 5 years before you're eligible to be a judge. So the question then becomes, what do you have to do to be a lawyer? So to be a lawyer, you have to have an undergraduate degree. Currently, I don't know of any law schools that won't let you go to law school. It will let you go to law school unless you got an undergraduate degree. So you gotta have an undergraduate degree, you gotta be accepted into law school, you gotta finish law school. So you get your law degree, your Juris Doctorate, and then you have to pass the Michigan bar to be a judge in Michigan. Did you know I'm a doctor? You ever see JD on at the end of somebody's name? Like John Smith JD? John Smith MD, what's that mean? Mine, I could literally put on my letterhead or wherever else I want to do. What I like, Brian A. Oakley, JD, which stands for Doctor of Law. Wouldn't want to take the past, but it's a doctorate degree to look at that one.
Oh, they was doctor.
What's that?
Okay,
A doctor of law
reminder.
since 1987. That's when I got my law degree.
With a list up front. Yeah.
You started in the
1999.
All right.
January 1.
All right.
understanding. Yeah, here's something for you. This court covers 5 communities: Romulus, Belleville, Huron, Sumter, Xavier Township. Every crime that happens in those 5 communities, doesn't matter what it is, murder, trespass, dog at large, if it's not charged by the federal system, it goes through this court. So yes, I have had a number of murder cases in the last 20 years. Keep thinking about it, right? Yes, sir.
Did you also say that on her part?
No.
The airport.
Not good idea.
Thanks, Jamie. Who's yak?
Mike stood here up. Josh Hadley, here we have with my client, Mr. William Luciak. Today's arraignment pre-trial. Mr. Luciak, please state your name correctly. Sir, it's William Joseph Luciak.
Thank you, Mr. Huzak.
Your Honor, we wait before reading the arraignment stand. You got court directly and not guilty.
Yep.
We got reached a resolution. We had a chance to pre-try this matter. And the prosecution has made an offer that we would like to accept. The pending, case on that A, WI would be dismissed. The pending B case, the old intoxicant would be dismissed. We would in exchange be pleading guilty to a OWVI on the A case. Operating while visibly impaired.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Huzak, did you discuss your rights and options with counsel? Understood all that? You understand the possible penalty for this charge today? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily to the charge?
Yes, sir. To the bench. Yep. Yeah.
Right. And Mr. Hadley, if you would voir dire,
Yes, sir.
January 23.
On June 2023. That you got operating motor was township, which is the county of Wayne in the state of Michigan. Okay. Sometime during that night, G County law enforcement. Yes. Okay, and is it true that you consumed some alcohol prior to driving the county? Yes, sir. Your Honor, I believe the elements have been satisfied.
I'm satisfied. I'll dismiss the original 2 charges. I'm going to send you downstairs for our probation department. You're going to schedule to come back for an interview. One of the probation officers will interview you. They'll also tell you when your sentencing date is. Based on that interview, they're going to put together a report and recommendation. I will have looked at it before your sentencing. You'll have a chance to go over it with your attorney. We'll talk about that report and anything else you fellows want to talk about before I decide what your sentence terms will be. Understood? In the meantime, I'm going to put you on a personal bond. First 2 conditions are pretty obvious. Stay out of trouble and show up for court when you're supposed to be here, including the interview, obviously, because we can't do much without that. Third thing is do not purchase, possess, or consume any mood-altering substance unless you've got a doctor's prescription. Can you do all that? Yes, sir. Raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000 if you screw that up?
Yes, sir.
Any questions? You're all set. Go downstairs. I'll call your name to the counter. Myers.
Thank you, Your Honor. Attorney Josh Hadley, having with Mr. Cameron Myers for today's arraignment trials and the formal hearing. Please state your name, Mr. Myers.
Cameron Myers.
Thank you.
All right, Your Honor. This is another actually is situation where it was charged as what the actual offense was, and that's why it was dismissed.
Good.
My client did have a valid license at the time he was stopped. Again, he just left his wallet at home. I guess, totality of the plea deal will be the original A and B are both going to be dismissed. And then we would be pleading responsible to $250 double parking. It's your guys' decision on how that gets entered. I'm not sure
Yep.
how we would do that.
Yep. We'll do it on the A file.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, Mr. Myers, that's the way you want to resolve these issues today?
Yeah.
I'll accept your plea of responsible to the parking ticket. You've agreed to pay fines at cost of $250.
Yeah.
Can you pay that today?
Ain't no way I can make like a payment plan.
Not on this. I'll give you some time. So if you need, a couple weeks or whatever, can you read the calendar?
So looking today is the 12th. So 2 weeks from now would be February 26th.
Can you do it by the end of the month?
Yeah, I can do
You
it.
sure?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it by the 27th. That's a Friday.
Oh,
All right. Now, you also owe us money on some other stuff. Lots of money. Are you working?
Yeah.
Where are you working?
it's called Bros. Like
Yeah. How long you been there?
like 4 weeks.
Okay, new job. Where'd you work before that?
I'll go move.
Okay, all right. How many hours a week you get?
40,
What are they paying you?
17.75.
Yeah, you need a better job. Are you looking for something?
Something different.
Go down and see Mr. Taylor, Avery Taylor. He's behind the counter downstairs. Tell him you're looking for work and see what he's got. He keeps track of people around, employers are looking for employees. Okay.
1,088, is that sound?
I got $1,203. Yeah.
Oh, I see it. I missed another 180.
All right. So here's what I need you to do. I need you to make arrangements with us to get this paid. So you can talk to Mr. Taylor about that too. You can just get on a straight payment plan, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever, some kind of regular payments. You can also talk to him about your other payment options. We've got some hybrid type stuff to get the stuff cleared up. Okay. You're in Taylor. You got good transportation?
Yeah.
How old are you?
What?
So what do you want to do? Work-wise, you're 20 years old. You got to start talking about a career, right? Start thinking about.
Would be like an electrician.
So you want to work in the trades?
Yeah.
Electricians and less lawyers.
Are you willing to work real hard? Like 50, 60-hour weeks, physical labor? I got a guy that will probably hire you if you just drop my name. He's in the water sewer business. He's a really, really good guy. I met him professionally by hiring him, and we've become pretty good friends. I've had his business cards on my desk for probably 10 years or more now, because he's always looking for workers.
Wouldn't do anything.
All right. I gotta find where I put him last time. So call here. Josh,
Yes, sir.
call and tell him that Oakley told you to call. Okay? He's in Monroe. That's why I asked you about good transportation, because you gotta be there. If you're supposed to be there, you gotta be there. Years ago, he told me that he figured it was $30,000 a month on average of job quotes that he didn't even do the paperwork on, because he knew if he got the job, he didn't have the manpower. Okay? So it's physical stuff. Digging holes, moving equipment, that kind of stuff. But if you could have a career with this guy. If you show up, head on a swivel, looking for how you can be helpful, do what you're told, you could have a career with him. And even if it's not a career, if you want to be in the trades, you'll meet other people in the trades. You'll meet the electricians, you'll meet the pin knockers, you'll meet everybody, right? Because he's on all those jobs. Okay? All right. We got a plan on all this?
Got a plan?
Okay. Good luck.
Have a great day.
Hold on a minute. Oh, which ones?
1 second.
The 26 RPs, they're like brand new, and he hasn't done anything with me having set up hearings because of the type of charge.
We haven't seen classes. I've got 25 RPs.
Oh,
Got Cameron Myers?
I wonder if these are so brand new.
Sitting here signed on, I got our clipboard out there.
They were just.
Oh, Mr. Myers, you just got some tickets from Ryan Mills PD?
Yesterday,
No, not yesterday.
You just got another yesterday?
it says offense date is yesterday at 7:50 in the morning, February 11th.
What do you got from it? Jaden?
Cameron Jaden.
Dude, either you got tickets yesterday or somebody's using.
I didn't. I
Says at
got off work at
7:50
6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, that's wild.
Your birthday's 05?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, somebody's using your
You
name.
need to go downstairs and double check, because we have two
Yeah.
brand new tickets just from yesterday.
Seriously,
And if that's the
it
case,
just went into our system. So check and set up a hearing. Say, that ain't me, and let them know. You just found out about it up here.
Okay, say go downstairs. Tell
yeah.
Yep.
Instead of that payment plan before you get suspended, if you're
Okay.
about ready to be suspended on your ticket.
All right, this is a payment plan. Like I said, I issue it.
I'm almost wondering if they're confirming that spending in the same day or if it's breakfast.
Well, you need to go down and double check. They can
Yeah.
look at the ticket and, double check everything.
Yeah, checking that's what I'm kind of thinking.
Doctor's, she calls me, no, I don't work. I'm like, what's going on? Hopefully, yeah, there's no problem. It had nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, you gotta love them, right?
Yeah. People versus Pino,
It's gonna be with an interpreter, Judge.
no attorney.
I don't. Oh, yes, she walked out. Let me go grab her.
Okay, hold on. We gotta wait for the attorney.
They're all actually the attorneys, Judge.
All of these?
Yep. I'm sorry?
Here she comes, folks. Come on, back up, back. Don't be right, huh?
No.
No, that's something else. Oh.
I apologize. Your
You're all right.
Strike down to defend.
You're all right. Mr. Interpreter, your name,
Norman Arredondo,
Ardondo,
Egondo,
and is our language Spanish?
Spanish.
Would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that you will accurately translate between Spanish and English, English and Spanish, so we can all discuss these matters today?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Let Mr. Pino know what we talked about. Counsel, your parents?
Good morning, Your Honor, Leslie Knapp, P 34696, hearing on behalf of the defendant. Your Honor, as far as the arraignment is concerned, we will waive the formal readings and mute.
Thank you.
Your Honor, the prosecutor has offered to dismiss, excuse me, the charges against the defendant. That would be driving without a valid license. And 2 civil infractions. Exchange for being responsible to the owner.
C.
Your Honor, the reason for that is that my client now has a valid license and he has insurance and he has a registered vehicle.
Wonderful. Mr. Pino, have you agreed to pay $350 fines and costs?
Yes.
Can you pay that today? When can you pay the full $350? Next Friday, a good due date?
Yes.
I will dismiss all the original charges from December 27th. Do you have any questions?
No.
Have a nice day. Thank you. Appreciate your help.
Your Honor, good luck.
Randy Toombs.
Morning, Your Honor, Leslie Knapp, P 34696, hearing on behalf of the defendants, Randy Toom. Who stands to my right?
Counsel, would you waive formal reading?
We waive the formal readings, Your Honor, I am asking that this be adjourned so I can obtain discovery.
March 26th.
That's perfect.
Time.
8:15.
We'll do that at 8:50.
15.
8:15. You're going earlier. 8:15. Work? That works? Give us a minute, Mr. Toombs. We're going to give you a paper notice. I'm going to put you on a personal bond. Are you working?
Not currently.
Where did you work last and when was that?
Continental Services.
What do they do? Okay. When did you lose that job?
After my figure, a couple weeks after, they found out there was too many spots in the insurance.
Yep. How long had you been working there? 4 years. Okay. All right. I'm going to put you on a personal bond. The first two conditions are real obvious. Stay out of trouble and show up for your court date. Third condition is do not purchase, possess, or consume any mood altering substance unless you've got a doctor's prescription. You understand all that? Can you live with those rules? Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000 if you mess that up? Any questions? You're all set? We'll get your notice. Get out of here. Have a lovely day. Robin, is it Kaiser or Kisser? Come on up. March 26th.
Good morning, Your Honor, Leslie Knapp from 34696, appearing on behalf of Kaiser, Your Honor, we will wait for formal reading of the information and stand mute.
And we're looking for an adjourn date to the 26th.
That's right, Your Honor, my client's trying to take care of all of her traffic issues,
Okay.
so we're hoping she has them taken care of by then.
Okay. And you know you've got a court date coming up March 26th, my courtroom, or February 26th, my courtroom.
You're dealing with stuff, that's what no,
You know what? Let's just adjourn those.
put everything over.
I'm assuming she's gonna want to do the same thing on that day.
I honestly am. I'm gonna be ready like March.
Yeah, let's just adjourn it all to, well, we can't do both. Can we do both?
We should be able to, because it should be a Huron.
It is, it's Huron. Yeah, it's Huron. No. Romulus is on February 26th. No, it's Sumter. No, you're right. Yep. Yep. All right, so today's files and the February files, you're gonna come back on March 26th. Yep. We'll get you notice on that. And as far as the money you owe us, can you get some kind of payment plan on the books?
Yeah, I'm not today, but like I can within the next like.
Get it on the books today, even if you can't start paying today. All right. Okay,
Trust me.
sounds like it.
Why we're putting it.
Okay, so just have a seat. We'll get you a notice.
Okay.
Joseph Russell. Same thing.
Hearing on the defendant Joseph Russell.
Good morning.
We'll wait for formal reading the complaint and mute.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we are asking for an adjournment. By discovery.
Sure. Still at 8:15?
Yeah.
8:15, March 26th? We'll get you a written notice in just a minute. In the meantime, I'm gonna put you on a bond. Are you working?
I am.
Where at? How long?
Metro International Freight Service is the name of the company, and I've been there since 2014.
What do they do?
They ship and store precious metals.
Okay.
I work in the maintenance department.
Where are they at?
The main office is in Allen Park. We've got buildings all the way from Wyandotte up to Chesterfield. About a dozen in total.
Nice. How long you been with the company?
Since 14, so. Well, here.
Yep. All right. Personal bond, first two conditions, stay out of trouble, show up for your court dates. Third condition, do not purchase, possess, or consume any mood altering substance unless you've got a doctor's prescription. That means no weed, no booze.
That's medical marijuana.
Not today, he doesn't. We'll talk about that next time you're here. What do you have it for?
Okay.
What kind of pain?
I've had multiple surgeries throughout the past.
Talking.
Knee growing, the knee specifically.
How do you use your marijuana?
I used it.
Yeah, how do you get the THC into your system?
Either smoking.
I'll allow edibles. We'll talk about it later, about anything else.
So I'm good to eat it.
Edibles only.
Doing it like not when you're driving.
Yep.
Right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a seat, we'll get you notice. Josh, you ready?
Gonna resolve, I'm just
Okay.
gonna take up space to make sure that we have no missing.
Blade?
Mr. Blake, gonna be on your own, my browser, and the motion here.
Then, Your Honor, I just want to hang out to make sure that was the rest of the cases we had, a couple missing names, we'll see.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Yep, you're welcome.
Your parents. Great. Sit. What do we got today?
But she put her other feet.
Did you file a response?
That's it.
Okay.
One for each one.
Probably on.
I'm gonna have it now.
Thank you.
I apologize that you're here, John. I have a copy if you want to look at it.
Yeah, I don't, please, because I don't see it in the file. Have you seen a response, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, give me just a minute. So we've got two DWS files, correct?
Copy over, I know that's usually the board status, but I think we're here on this motion hearing.
Yeah, so one file's a money issue, the old one from December 2016. That's a drove while license suspended. The file shows you owe money.
Yes.
Right, all right. So we'll talk about that one. All right, and then you filed a motion on the case from November of 2025, correct? All right, give me a minute to look at the paperwork. Okay, I did see Mr. Blade's motion. I did have a chance to see that, read that one already. So I'm going to read the people's response. Okay, I've had a chance to review. So anything you want to add to your written brief?
Just learned that there was no, personal jurisdiction in the court back the authority to make a judgment or these part judgment.
You're talking about the Monroe case. Okay, go ahead.
They lack jurisdiction in order to make that case or make a judgment or.
Anything else?
Can't find them easily to. Who, service and collective, I saw people service from, first of all.
You're, just to be clear for the record, we're still talking about the Monroe case.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Right, right.
We two asked for proof of service that were unable to provide.
Right.
They told me that it was with the sheriff. So I went over to the sheriff's office to ask for proof of service because that service.
Right.
Because I never received a notice to appear in court, so I had no idea that it was charged again.
Okay.
And going forward, I go to the sheriff's office. I ask for the proof of service from Sheriff's Secretary Bird. I'm not sure that the order of position was, but she said not the test. But she noticed that the ticket at the officer's name, which happened to be down currently the tenant, he come out and spoke to me. He said, I don't remember this ticket. I don't even believe I was, I don't even believe I was on that shift at this time. A few things that he mentioned to me. So I wasn't prepared for this. I was expecting everything supposed to be clear. When he spoke to me, I took what he said and I said, okay, maybe I can get him to fill out an affidavit.
Right.
The things he said, I'm not asking him for anything in my favor, just what you recall, all I want. He didn't respond in time. He mentioned that he would have no problem speaking to the court here for the last case. But I didn't receive that response. To the court. But he went through my motion. The officer said he believes that I did have insurance, but I was a show force. I didn't get notification of the court to be there. Nothing. It's pretty much all.
Okay. Anything else? Anything to add to your written response that I just read?
The court is well aware that this court doesn't have any jurisdiction over a no proof of insurance citation that was issued by Monroe County Sheriff's Department in 2005.
All right, Mr. Blade, I've got a question for you. Do you know whether or not the Michigan Secretary of State listed you as a valid driver on November 29, 2025? Okay. So if I told you the Secretary of State record showed you were suspended on the day that Officer Hayden stopped you, you would have no reason to take issue with that fact? If I told you that your driving record listed you as a suspended driver on November 29, 2025, you have no argument one way or the other whether or not that's the case. No, that's all right. I don't want an answer if you don't understand the question. If I told you your Secretary of State driving record showed you as a suspended driver on November 25th of 25, would you have any reason to deny that as factually correct? Okay. All right. So I'm going to deny your motion for two reasons. Number one, his actions are based on what the Secretary of State says, not what the Monroe County Sheriff's Office says. B, I don't have the authority to do what you're asking me to do, because if I understand the situation, your Monroe case has been completely adjudicated in Monroe. They've left that on your record. I don't have the authority to change that record.
That's not what my motion is asking, but I'm only asking you if you would recognize the jurisdiction. That's all I'm asking.
I can't do anything with them. Even if I buy your argument as completely true, you're still suspended and were on the date of this ticket, my ticket, the one I've got authority over, you were suspended by the Secretary of State. Whether or not that was a valid or invalid suspension, you were still suspended. So my ticket, the Huron Township ticket, is a perfectly valid ticket moving forward.
But the jury,
Gather your thoughts. I'm not in any hurry. These kids want a show.
default judgment issued without prior notice can be deemed as a violation of the party's right to due process.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But not by me. I can't override the Monroe Court. Now, I can take all this into consideration when I sentence you on this file, but I can't set aside what happened in Monroe. Okay. Okay. Are you just seeking to mitigate your damages here? Are you just seeking to mitigate your damages in this court based on what happened in Monroe?
So
absolutely.
We can't separate the two because it's the Monroe charge that got me of driving without.
Right.
That got my life.
Right. I understand that.
I did insurance. Which I absolutely did. Would you like to see that?
No. I'll for today's argument, I'll take your word for it.
I did actually have insurance.
Right.
But I didn't have an opportunity to defend, to show the court that I had insurance. So going to jail and then to prison right behind it, when I come home, I'm trying to get my life together.
Okay, well, first of all, I can't speak from personal knowledge of Monroe, but every court I know of on a civil infraction, they don't send a notice out on a civil infraction. The ticket is your notice that you've got a problem you got to deal with.
But I didn't receive it. I went to jail that.
So they never handed you a ticket? Okay, well, then you got a problem. But I can't fix it. I don't have the authority to fix it. If we have a trial on today's DWLS case, as prosecutor, she's going to have to prove to me that on November 29, 2025, your driving privileges were suspended in the state of Michigan. And she's going to have to prove to me that you were driving a vehicle on that date in Huron Township. If she proves that to me, I'm finding you guilty of drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied. The fact that the Secretary of State shouldn't have suspended you does not change that at all. You were suspended. Whether or not Monroe screwed up or they didn't screw up, you were suspended. So I'm denying your motion. Okay? I'm assuming we can have some pretrial conversation?
And your,
Okay.
Mr. Blake, if one wishes to plead to the drug license suspended, I will dismiss the two remaining.
And I don't even have the remaining charges, so are they already in default? Or did I just not get the files?
Vehicle and another misdemeanor registration title.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was looking for civil infraction. Okay, all right. Do you want to avail yourself of that offer? He will dismiss 2 misdemeanors if you plead to the drove while license suspended. So the misdemeanor unregistered vehicle and the plate or registration violation misdemeanor, right, those 2, would be dismissed if you plead to the drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied. The hallway is yours. Yeah, go take a minute. That's fine. Why? You no objection to another? We'll adjourn it. Oh, I don't care. March 12th, give you enough time?
Yes.
Okay, so Heather will prepare a notice on that one. Now, as to the December 1, 2016 file, our records show that you owe $840. Are you in a position to make some kind of a payment plan on that?
I currently don't have any money.
All right, you're confused. You don't have any money today?
Yes.
All right, but you could commit to some regular payments and make them. How much, how often, when do you want to start?
But I don't make very much money.
I need you to make some kind of commitment today if you can. You don't have to start it today.
It shows that.
Okay. How much?
Even if it's just one.
No, I'm not paying a clerk to process a dollar payment. But I got to get something going. How's this? When's the last time you worked? Where do you work? Walmart? Core-Mart. What do they do? Okay. Full-time job? Okay. Can you pay $50 a month? Start when? First Friday of March is the 6th. And that's 2 weeks out. Can you do that? 50 a month. We'll always take more. So if you want to pay extra, $50 a month, starting March 6th. Yes? Agreed? Okay. We're getting you notice on that other court date. Have a good day.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Officer Hayden, always a pleasure. Be safe. That it? We got more bodies out there or what?
I'm gonna go check if there wasn't many.
Man, we got a lot of no-shows. Think of some questions, McBride. How long are you guys here? Oh, we got time. Okay, no shows for him.
So I have, Alexandria.
Yeah, who's that?
She is the NDS attorney, but she's for Keith Molson. He has a violation of probation.
Yeah.
He just got put in custody last night. So he's in Wayne County Jail. We're not gonna be able to get him on. So she's jumping on with, she was hoping to avoid him getting a warrant. For
Yeah.
She knows. He just got picked up
Yeah.
like last night.
Go ahead. Yeah, adjourn it.
Yeah, he got one up last night. If questions, raise your hand.
Yeah. Hi. I'm not gonna compete with it.
This is fun.
Also, yeah. Yeah. Mostly, I like people. And, you know, I'm just a peeps business. Do I get mad sometimes? Yes. What was the rest of it? I get mad when people won't listen. Right? So like when they're interrupting, because I'm pretty good about listening to what you're trying to tell.
But you gotta give me that same courtesy, or more, because, you know, I'm kind of in the minority with it. So what makes me mad is when I'm trying, especially when I'm trying to explain something that I know is gonna save them, and they just won't let me talk. It happens all the time, they'll ask me a question, I'll say, let me keep talking, like, you want an answer, right? That's frustrating. What else? Yes.
That makes you laugh, just so what is.
Sweetie, I laugh all the time in this job. We are the funniest animals on this planet. And most people are nervous when they come to court. You know, I told the group that had it. Other than the people that are paid to be, you know, court staff, cops that are on the job, lawyers, nobody walks in my doors thinking something big to that. Right? I mean, even if it's not a big problem you got, you know, small claims taken, because your neighbor's dog pooped down your yard, you know, I don't know. But you're not expecting anything good, and you're just thinking maybe it won't be tutors, but you're not expecting good stuff. So most people are nervous when they walk in, and some goofy stuff comes out of their house. So the group in front of me, I actually had a guy tell me that he had been stabbed. It was on, I called his name, the file was really old, I'm like, where have you been since 2003 or whatever it was? Judge, in 2003, I was stabbed to death. I don't think you were. So I started quizzing him, right? Well, what he was trying to explain to me is he got stabbed, it was really bad, and it caused him not to be able to take care of his business. But he wasn't stabbed to death. So, yeah, we laugh all the time. And sometimes it's stuff that happens when you don't laugh, you probably cry, so might laugh. Has a criminal ever tried to attack? Verbally awful, physically no. It happened, but it's really later. I've been threatened. I've never been threatened where I was worried about it. Just, yeah, we do a lot of mentally ill people, fortunately. Courts are probably between the police departments, the jails, and the courts. That's where most of them will, you know, being dealt with. We don't have a little bit of mental health in the state. A lot of that stuff, you just have a bunch of orthodontal guys. Long story, well, maybe one of you know it. So I was a practicing attorney. I opened my own law office right out of law school. I've been practicing law for about a decade, not quite, but almost a decade. I like practicing law. I did not like running a business. Because the law part of it was great. The business part of it was the stuff like, you know, the adult male that came into my office, literally crying, it's not running down his face because he had this terrible problem. I fixed it, sent a letter, fixed the problem, sent him a bill for $350, and then he wants to argue with me about things. Yes. Like, I work for Ford Motor Company, I only make $30 an hour. I'm like, yeah, but at Ford Motor Company, you don't have to pay all the support staff. And you don't have to pay for the building and the lights on the building. All this stuff that makes it possible for you to have a law office, like that lady out there that I'm paying, you know, all this stuff, I gotta pay for all that after the hours, right? That kind of stuff they have over. So I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, because I knew I didn't want to practice law that way. But I didn't want to do something completely unlaw related, because I had put a lot of effort into getting a law degree. And at that, right about that same time, there was this young woman running for judge at the 34th District Court. And it was a joke because we're the 34th District Court and she wasn't even as old as the 34th District Court. In other words, she wasn't 34. And it's happening. And I'm thinking, because you gotta understand, when I was a baby attorney, all of the judges I knew were older. Almost all of them were fairly old before they became judges, and almost all of them were old white guys. Right? There was one of my really good friends was a female judge, Wayne. But traditionally, and one of the reasons is because traditionally district court judges got paid. So traditionally what would happen is you go out practice, you know, you be in private practice, and you do that for 15, 20 years plus. And then because you were your own boss, you didn't have a good retirement or benefit package because you were just
So,
You work.
I mean, it's not a checking station.
So you get on the bench and you get some state issue benefits, get a little pension plan, you know, you get some kind of insurance coming after retirement. Anyway, it's my retirement thing. So what she wanted, I'm like, maybe I don't have to wait till I'm old to think about something like that. So they talked to 3 different people.
Gets up on the bed.
When I decided I wanted to come, I was just talking to family. I talked to 3 different people. One of them was an old boss of mine who was at that point a district court judge, and he's like, don't do it. You haven't been out to practice law long enough. After you practice 25 years, then do it. And I remember I said, well, Chuck, why can't this be the career? Why can't a judgeship be a career? Why do you have to have a career in law and then kind of semi-retire into the life? So that's why I started thinking about being a judge. Because of judge range. Careful. Have to be local, maybe. How old am I? I'm 64 years old. The book on your face, like I said, I'm 100. Oh, thank you. I'm fairly well preserved.
Grab us up.
Yeah. I have 1 daughter and I have 2 grandbabies. How old is she now? 34. She doesn't speak. What else? Michigan State. Michigan State for undergrad and law school we're going to State. Yeah. No question?
Oh, I didn't. March.
How long is law school?
Traditionally it's 3 years, so it can go like April, I think they still do.
And then.
Oh, they say they have.
For client.
And many times programs, people that were already working for full time. It was, I remember it was 4 years old. Let me ask you one. How do you become a judge in Michigan? How can you get this job?
This was.
No, I don't mean, physically, logistically, what has to happen before you can be on the bench? No. You can get elected by the populace, or you can get appointed by the governor. What are you? No, yeah.
Just look away for 1 second.
Any given time in the state of Michigan, there are probably more judges that have been appointed than elected. And the greatest population in this quite flat. That's the question. So the governor appoints people to a judgeship. And sometimes if it's a newly new position, but usually what happens is because you got to fill vacancies. So for example, if you guys think something's gonna drop dead hard. My term isn't up until 2028, so the governor is going to appoint someone to fill out my term, and that person will be. Or, somebody came to me and said, hey, we want to make you the next Judge Judy, or I would probably take that job. That means I'm not doing this for the next few years. Michigan has 6 years on. Or trial court judge, so the court judge is certain rating.
Do you have to read the cap? Be reelected every time. Stand up as two.
Well, your name has to go on the ballot,
Okay.
whether or not anybody runs against
Yeah.
you, because I've done it both ways. I have done it on the ballot with no other name, not contested.
Yeah.
That's an easy option. Yeah, basically, I go vote myself, get a couple family members, in case somebody wants to take.
Where's my go back?
What else? What do you have to do with lawyer in the same machine? I heard something, well. Go to law school, go to school for a long time. Yeah, because you get the, law school. I don't know if they've done it in the last 40 years. But the law schools want you to have an undergraduate degree to make you eligible for law school. And that's what it is. So pretty much something. And you have to pass the Michigan bar, which I understand this past year, about 25, has gotten a lot harder than it used to be.
Hutchinson?
She, top two law schools in Michigan have traditionally been U of M and Wayne State for percentage of first time graduates taking the bar that pass. And it's usually in the high 80s, low 90s. And, my understanding is like 60-some% of the people that sat in the bar in Michigan last year didn't pass. They changed the bargaining. Somebody decided there were too many lawyers and they were gonna make it tougher. Which I think sucks for those people that were doing 3 years of law school, not knowing there was gonna be different tests. But. Well, I'm just gonna go answer email with the young guys up there. No? I'm surprised someone. I told them, you know, nobody walked in there thinking good things are gonna happen. And every once in a while, I see their minds get going and talking to them. That's a terrible idea. Yeah. Probably the frustrations of not being able to work on a lawnmower. But this is happening a lot more than it used to. Attorneys that just don't show up, don't call you, don't email, just don't literally leave their file hanging and don't show. So really for you guys, one of the things that surprised me from because I didn't bring it on what I was going to be doing. Is when I got in and realized I don't get to go out and bench and work if you want to. I got other people that have to be.
Who's the police
I
officer?
got a trial schedule.
Amy's
I can't have a trial if the defendant didn't show up.
I have her email.
Or a cop, or
In a
this, or the one of the guns.
She usually.
And that gets frustrating for me. I don't like to sit around. I like to be.
Oh, then.
So that part of problem solved.
Do you prefer virtual or in person? In person.
Yeah, if it was up to me, I'd have everything live. But you know, courses are done. It's kind of hard not to do some of it. Virtual or really, if it's it's two attorneys. And it's a nothing parent. From that, I mean, it's not a trial where I'm gonna have to look at evidence, you know, visual evidence, and take testimony, you know, judge the credibility of witnesses. It was just a couple of attorneys that want to argue some legal term or legal issue. That most of the time, they're spending more time to get here than the case today. That makes really good sense. But we've already, before COVID, we had a big problem with people that had no respect for the system. And that was when they had to show up in person. Now, when they can do it from their bed. And I can't tell you how many times it's worth, if you're not gonna get out of bed, could you at least sit up in bed? Because they're literally laying on their blanket, you know, holding them up. She said, Heather's had to terminate, you know, kick people out of the meeting, because they were walking into the bathroom with their phones. It's like, we don't want to watch you go to the bathroom. We don't want to hear you. So I think that kind of informality leads certain people to be very cavalier. And it also, certain people, it changes their behavior because they think they're not standing in front of you and they can get away with it.
Yeah.
But there's too much of that. Okay. Yeah. Last case? God, I don't know, what was it about? Have no idea. I'm telling you, when I'm done with those cases, they're gone. Which is actually kind of good. Because I don't remember people that were mean to me. People that disrespected me. Next time they're in a hurry, they were gone. So I can start out with everybody being. No. I was in front of a house, the kids last month, and somebody said, you weren't. If this isn't your perfect job, what's your perfect job? And I said, if I could find somebody who would pay me money similar to what I make now, and I got to just travel around the world hunting and fishing, I'd sign up for that. I wouldn't have said this probably the first 10 years on the bench, but I have come to realize that the reason I'm here is because I was supposed to be. I think I look back on my life and things that happened, I'm like, well, that was 10 years. Why did, how did that happen? When I went to Michigan State, I thought I was going to be an engineer. I'm a long way from engineering. Things have just kind of fallen into place, and I'm convinced that God would fly me out of that. I think you can be called to do anything. I don't think it's just ministers that get called. So I think you'd be called to be an engineer, and you'd be called to be a ditch digger. And I think I'm what I'm supposed to be. So, I wouldn't change.
It's like on the case, like he was talking about a guy called Monroe, so did that kind of show that he had a in a case of Monroe, did he had a third?
No. His argument was, the ticket I got in the road, to the fall, led to my license being suspended. That ticket was an improper ticket. So everything that comes out of it, all that bad fruit from that suspended license, all that shouldn't count. It's just a faulty argument.
Oh, but would you in that case, since it's from currently here, would you vote it against him? Would it like roll over in this case?
Oh, I often take into consideration the fact that it's not the first time they've done what they're doing here. So, for example, in the old days, we don't see them now. It used to be, if you were in front of me, I'd have your driving record in front. So if it was traffic or, I think it offense, misdemeanor, or civil infractions, I'd have your entire driving history.
So even if they got like up the record, you see it.
No, certain things go away after time, but I have the driving record. And so, for example, if you're in front of me on a drove license suspended charge, and I see that you've got 6 of those, I'm gonna treat you differently than the guy that's got 1, right? I don't see that information. What do you have? No. You all right? So, yeah, I definitely will hold your past behavior against you. Drunk driving, for example. If it's your first drunk driving, okay, it's your first drunk driving, it's her 5th drunk driving. Should your penalty be exactly the same? I would say no.
You look at the severity, you know, like a high PAC, you have to action, stuff like that.
Absolutely, because that tells me something, okay? For example, anybody know what the legal limit is in Michigan? 0.08. Okay, so look, I'll take on you to it. She's in front of me, she's got a 0.08. Okay, you're in front of me and you got a 0.32. What do you think that tells me? Tell me, she could have just had a decision, had that extra 2 drinks. You got to think about it. Because before you can function, before you can get your butt into the computer, turn the key on and drive out of the apartment. If you can do that at a 0.32, you've been drinking a lot for a long time. You got a real high tolerance. And I'm not saying it's a guarantee, but that's a real strong indicator to me that you got a problem, you need to address that problem. She might be the one to go. She learned her lesson because she had to spend a night in jail. She had to tell all her family and friends where she was, why she missed her cousin's wedding. You know, all these things that can happen when you get a drunk driving case. And that might have been all she needs to know. She's never gonna have a sip and get behind the wheel, okay? So yeah, the difference in the case can A, tell me something, and B, result in a different outcome.
So unless you want to charge, everything about what they charge,
No, what I'm saying is, I can assume she can learn her lesson because she's only at 0.08, she never had a problem before. But you're at 0.32, you got 3 drunk drivers on the record. You ain't learning your lesson. Okay, which either tells me you're an evil SOB, or you got a problem. You're not drinking because you want to drink. You got a problem. You got to address the substance abuse issue, right? So I'm not gonna treat the 2%. Her, she might just define the cost, and she's not gonna get it. Hey, you, I'm putting you on probation. Because I'm gonna manage you for a while, because I'm gonna try to force you to do things to lead to a new awakening so that your behavior patterns change. Right? It's not just a drunk driving, this is all things, okay? You know, a couple years down the road and you two guys are 18 years old, you show up in front of me with a simple assault case, right? Because, you know, you looked at him funny and you had words and you get to push and shove it, right? Laying hands on somebody without their permission, that's an assault. Let's have a technical. So that's one case. Now, I got another case where some guy, road rage situation, right? They're having words going down 94, flipping each other off and everything, and, you know, this driver follows that driver in the parking lot, pulls her out of the car and beats her. It's still assault and battery. Which one am I gonna treat harder? This one was out of control. We got some statements, some pretty serious anger. So, same charge, different circumstances, different way I look at it. Yeah. So they do it like that for almost 30 years.
No rush, whatever they're done, jury is sending you.
Okay.
Maybe the last minute.
Are they gathered in there?
That's right, that's where Joe Walker.
Any other questions, guys? Yeah. There have been a lot of cases that made me so mad I should have left the table. I'm not good at that. You get that from you guys. I am not good at that. I have a lot of respect for the judges that can catch themselves in front where they're like, you know what? I'm taking a recess. I have done that. Not nearly as often as I should. Not nearly as often as I should. I think sometimes I have breathing issues.
I think you do a good job. You put it on this, behave yourself, or you're gonna deal with consequences.
I tried, but I have lost my temper more than once.
Just like the teacher tells the students, behave yourself and there's consequences.
Life,
Period.
Here, I'll give you one piece of advice. If you remember this and with everything else you heard today, if you remember this and embrace this, I can guarantee it will save you serious issues. This is a life skill that I deal with people every day that they've never learned. I'm talking about old people, older than me, that never learned this. Anytime you're in a new circumstance or situation, first thing you gotta do, you gotta practice it until it's instinct, not even doing it consciously. The first thing you need to do is you gotta figure out where you're at on the food chain, that circumstance or situation. Let me explain what I mean. When I say, you know what I mean by food chain? Right? Give me an animal that's at the top of the food chain. Lion. Give me an animal that's at the bottom. Mouse. Good. All right. So in any given situation where a lion and a mouse is in the room, do you think the mouse has got to change his behavior than he would if he was in a room full of license? Right? Okay. So what I'm saying is you got to understand where you're. Who's with, you gotta read the room, all right? Did I tell you guys I had a daughter and 2 grandkids? Okay, so my granddaughter's 6, my grandson's pushing 4. My daughter has been telling them lately, child, read the room. So when my daughter's in the middle of something, like maybe dealing with her son's mental breakdown because she told him no, and her daughter runs up and says, Mom. Evelyn, read the room. What's she telling them? See what's going on. Is this really the best time to tell Mom you want some help opening the jar of pain? Right? Maybe you should wait a minute, let her get done with what she's doing, and then deal with it. All right, read the room. Same thing when I say figure out where you're at in the food chain. Okay? So for example, you guys are on the bus going back to school. A couple of you are in the back row. Can you safely stay and do things there that you wouldn't do here or in front of the classroom? Can you use different language, different tone of voice? For example, When you're interacting with your friends, can you use a tone of voice and language that your mother or father probably would not let you get away with? And how do you know that? Well, you figured out because you've done things wrong and pay the consequences, right? Okay, but that's what I mean. So for example, and that's one of the problems, Jamie will tell you, that's one of the problems we have in here. People that are used to interacting a certain time outside of this venue think they can get away with acting that way here. So on their job, when somebody tells them something they don't like, they act the fool. Call names, have a little temper tantrum, and it works where they're at. Now they bring that same behavioral pattern, the same kind of attitude stuff, and they bring it into a totally different situation. And then they wonder why am I being taken into the lockup and spending my life in jail? It's because you can't talk like that to people who wear white robes for them. You understand the concept? But seriously, I see people all the time that have gotten themselves into so much trouble because they never figured out how to figure out where I'm at, figure out what the rules are, okay? That's another good way to say it. Any of you guys play board game? Somebody don't like board game. So, you have to know what the rules are to win the game. In a game, if you want to be successful in a game, the first thing you need to do is figure out what the rules are. People play is the same thing. Right? When you got to the club, there's different rules than there were when you were in elementary school. And I don't mean just rules, like keep your hands to yourself and don't know. I mean, there's certain ways to do things that you have to adapt when you get to the middle school. When you get to high school, you have to adapt a little bit more. Will you agree with me? Does that make sense? Every stage of your life, sometimes from day to day, those things change. You got to figure out what the rules are. First of all, you have to figure out what the game is. Right? I'm going to suggest to you that in this building, when people walk in, once again, people that aren't here because they want it, when they walk into this building, the rules are conduct yourself in such a way that it doesn't make things worse. Okay? Because if you're here for a traffic ticket and you start arguing with the woman downstairs that's trying to tell you what you owe, how much money you owe and why, if you're arguing with her, that can be good for you. Do you think she cares? She's gonna pay. She's gonna lose with that. She's sleeping on her own bed.
March 9th.
But if you play the fool with her, and she tells me, I'm sending this up to the committee to talk to somebody. It's what he said, it's what he did.
March 19th at 8:30.
Is he acting smart?
And hopefully.
Okay. Well, yeah, there's a guy that did never figure out the rules of the game are, the game. And in that case, what he wants somebody to listen to the story again first. So, take the thing I didn't long draw, but I hope you heard what I said. Stay here. Middle school, is good for you just to play the that because even when they screw up with the consequences of it, figure it out before you get to high school where things start to wheel and that. All right, have a great day.
Thank you.
Well, what do you got?
No, just want to make sure everything moves with mail back down after.
You got anything this afternoon?
Yes, that's, I thought.
What do you have sent? You have Lawton to send for me?
Yes, I Kirby Lawton, just a sentencing of one.
And is that's your only one?
Yep.
When's our docket start?
Docket starts at 1.
Because it's just enough time at 10.
Go run and get something.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
I'll tell you what, you guys still doing the VOPs and then the sentencings?
Mm-hmm. Or whoever's here first. I mean,
Well,
if your
Jeff-
guy comes in, we can get you in and out.
Well, it looks like Jeff's still doing, they're still running, Van Buren docket right now. So looks like Jeff's working right now. I think he might be scheduled one of the two Zoom courts. I guess my point would be,
If you hang out, you can.
I can either start meeting
My
with
daughter just texted me, what did you and my husband figure out? I said nothing to talk to you. So nothing got figured out.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I mean, if you don't mind.
No, Jeff doesn't care either. Some people get, don't step on my shoes kind of thing, but it wouldn't matter. So I can either
Nice
do.
job with the youngins, Judge.
Oh, they can hear that?
Yeah,
They can't hear what happens at the podium.
I turned up your thing and, yeah, so maybe I don't know if it's picking up at those microphones.
This one's on.
But it's like Zoom,
But
Zoom is.
that, anybody that stands there and talks, Zoom has trouble hearing it. And the problem is, I just got this from Fred. He's been talking to the tech guy from the state of Michigan.
and I'm still.
They supposedly fixed it Friday. They came in Friday and did something. I don't know.
Well, I asked them on you, stand there and sing a song or something. Ask YouTube how the podium mic is.
Hello, Internet Universe, can you hear me
See if they-
from the podium? So at 35th District, magically a Polycom speaker showed up the podium. I bet that it was the same kind of thing.
Yeah, they haven't responded yet.
So I hope they did something Friday, because when I talked to Fred earlier last week, I'm pretty sure it was earlier last week. He said that the only fix they had for me was to run an HDMI from here across there.
That's what they did.
With tape on the floor. I'm like,
Oh, they can hear you.
They can?
Yeah.
You sure I'm just loud?
Jamie, stand over.
Where you see over there?
Yeah, just, no, right here at the mic, the podium, I'm sorry.
Okay,
Yeah, so what's going on up front?
we got students in the building doing a tour.
Okay, they're still running the docket?
Uh-huh.
Docket?
That, I believe so, yes.
Okay. That's my home, Diversity's house. We're testing the internet.
Can you hear the officer at the podium?
Test.
Because what I did, Judge, is I turned up, you know, like sometimes you have to turn that up for you to hear.
Yeah.
I turned it way up while you were over there talking, so that,
Okay,
because it translates what you're doing. And so
okay.
I don't know if nobody's.
Man, I hope they
answered
did something else Friday, because I did not want to take a cable across that floor. You know, there's so much traffic back and forth there.
yet. Okay, but it was quiet. Because you were talking normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm loud, you can hear me.
So they can hear me or they cannot?
They can a little bit, you
But
were
not
quiet,
all Josh.
but not as well as
So
Jeff.
you gotta speak up while you're up here.
Yes, yeah.
Are those no shows? Do they need to go now or?
Thank you, internet.
Same
They,
thing that made me miss recess.
We haven't just
Kid
even
works
till
at
after
great
we have
facilities.
I mean, it's up to you, otherwise you've done a whole bunch. every
I don't,
single-
I just take those in for Lucy, right? She read.
Well, Lindsay, I think, does it now. Ruthie doesn't do warrants anymore.
I was thinking, I might have to.
Okay, I'm gonna go eat real quick and then come back up on the.
Yep.
She said, do it virtually.
I don't like the Saturday retired. What are you?
I said, yeah, virtual, or you don't have to feed in.
Loud and clear, everyone. You are most
Thank
welcome,
you.
Judge.
We got a prosecutor from Canton sent me a video, one of your cases I was on with a retail fraud case. We had 10 kids.
That one's all over the internet. The
Yeah.
really interesting thing I found on that one is, if you read the comments, they're fairly equally split between, oh, that's cool, the judges listen to what they gotta say, he's compassionate, to he's being scammed, who has 10 kids? You know, why would you have 10 kids if you can't afford to feed them? You know, all that kind of stuff. I'm like, really? Really? I tell you what, collectively in this community, or this society, there ain't a hell of a lot of empathy.
No,
There is, I think people are losing the ability to put themselves in other shoes.
I agree. And it seems to me, we were literally just talking about this, a bunch of attorneys on Monday, about everyone's bandwidth to process negativity is different.
Right.
Most people don't even realize how much negative just stuff we're all inundated with all the time. This restaurant, one star, it could be anything, and it does sort of have this weird cumulative effect where it hardens you. It's a naturally hardwired thing, so you don't get upset all the
I
time.
think it makes it more likely that we're gonna focus on the negative than the positive. So I think sometimes we miss the positive.
Because we're just focused.
Because we're
on
so,
the negative.
Pavlov's dog looking for the negative. I heard a guy, an author, on a radio show, probably a month and a half, 2 months ago. And when he said it, I had like the VA aha moment, because he said, they were talking about recreational reading, which is like none.
Yeah.
I mean, the percentage of adults in the US that read for
Pick up a
recreation.
book to relax.
And basically he was bemoaning, here's a guy that makes his living with a pen, right? He was bemoaning the fact that people don't read. And he said that one of the dangers of that is because fiction practice, we learn empathy through fiction, right? You're reading the story, you're getting into the character's life, you're putting yourself in his or her shoes, right? And when it's off, 15-second sound bites off of Twitter or X or whatever, we've lost the ability to be empathetic. I mean, we've lost, and I've been saying for the longest time, I think people are killing their kids because kids don't have any imagination.
Now, my daughter, God bless her, she's such a good mom. My daughter has been reading to those kids and, encouraging, receiving those kids. Even Theo now, he isn't reading, but he pretends to read, right? So
He
he'll flip
understands
the
the-
pages and he'll make up his own little story. Those kids have great imagination. The stuff that comes out of that little bugger's mouth when he's playing with his trucks and stuff, it's like, wow, that was pretty cool.
But you have to be.
Those kids that somebody sticks a tablet in front of their face every time there's a extra minute or something, those kids don't get that.
No.
They don't get that.
And it's a very, I know, because I don't have kids, I don't think about that part nearly as often, and when I do, it just bumps me out. But you're right, like when I watch the amount of just screen time and the engagement, you're just being a casual, observer of people and you're out and about or doing things. So my buddy and I who have Lions season tickets, in a period of 3 seasons, kids were in front of us, 10-year-olds.
Same family.
Yeah. 10-year-old kid screaming his head off, jumping up and down, high-fiving his dad, high-fiving his buddy.
Into it. Yeah.
Last season, albeit the Lions weren't quite as much fun to watch last year, he's on his phone an entire NFL game. There's people that are paying $500-600 for that seat that that kid's sitting in.
You might as well stay at home.
And he's watching football highlights on his phone while a game is happening. And I was like, how weird is this that you're.
Oh, I gotta take this.
Yes, sir.
Al,
I'm sick. Everything all right?
Don't think you know. That's just nothing like anything.
I'm frustrated. I'm turning to the get off my yard guy. I am. I moved to the jungle once. Might do it again.
But don't you have your in-laws with you?
That's why I want to move to the jungle. No, my wife actually we were in a town that was about 40 minutes outside of San Jose, Costa Rica. So we weren't really in the jungle, but it was pretty primitive compared to what I'm used to.
That's awesome. How long did you live there?
Sure, we were like 9-10 months. The plan was we didn't know if it was gonna be for forever or not. And we kind of went down there with the thought that we were relocating like permanently.
Mm-hmm.
And that was about the right amount of time for us to figure out we weren't prepared yet. Like financially, a couple of things where it's like, this would be a lot cooler if we still have money. Cost of living, if you live like a Tico, like a local,
Mm-hmm.
it's not bad. But we're still very American. Like we
Yes.
go out to dinner on Friday night and we were spending money that on our income as English teachers.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of start burning, like, for example, power would go out frequently in that country. It was really hot one of the days. Power goes out, and I decide that we're gonna take a cab to the Intercontinental Hotel and go eat dinner. Like blew my whole what I made in a week on like the Caesar salad with a chilled fork.
Well, if you wanted the air.
But I wanted air conditioning because I was being such a wimp. That's why we didn't jumpstart the BMPs.
Yep, as soon as they start, because probation starts at 1, so I mean, as soon as they're here, as soon as they're ready to go. And then if your guy comes in, we can do the size and the same.
I mean, if I'm gonna be sitting there, may as well make myself useful.
Yeah.
Works for me.
Alrighty.
They just troop the kids all through the back hall.
Did they?
Yeah. Al scared the hell out of me. I had texted him last week and said I had a tech question I wanted to run past him.
Mm-hmm.
And he texted me and said, I'm at the doctor's, I'll call you back. Well, he never did.
Oh.
I texted him another reminder a couple days later, never heard anything. So this morning I finally texted him, you're scaring me. What's going on?
All right, so Josh is gonna help with probation.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, can you put it back in?
All right.
I'll turn, saying this loudly, I'll turn you to